Tell a friend or tell a friend. I'm up in this thing. What's the deal?
Okay.
It's just me and Barb. Pete
Okay.
late. Coach late. Excuse me. Pete ain't coming. King is late. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Okay. Welcome
My
to
man
the lunch
King.
hour. King.
King of things up in this thing.
Oh,
Yep, we just started.
Hot like fire.
Hot like fire.
Hot like fire.
All right, can y'all hear me now? Y'all can hear me? We A1?
Okay,
Oh,
we're gonna
yeah,
share
I'm
that
here
link.
now.
Share that
Yeah.
link.
They can hear you now. I'm here.
Oh, yeah, King brought the noise.
Yeah, I'm about the noise.
That's what
You
you got.
know?
You much.
Going? Huh? Where you think you're going? You said you're gonna start some shit. Where you going? You know?
So y'all can hear me, right? Y'all hear me loud and clear?
Well, you doing? I'm gonna give you some.
Y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? I'm looking at the lunch table. Just tell me y'all can hear me because y'all said y'all couldn't hear me at first. Can y'all hear me now? Let me just get a thumbs up if y'all can hear me at the lunch table. That's all I need to know. Okay, for sure, for sure. All right.
Thumbs up.
So King just arrived. We still waiting on Coach, but we gonna get this thing cracking. Let me tell y'all what happened. So we ain't gonna even do no introduction. We gonna just talk about what happened.
I'm curious what
I'm
happened.
Because
Yeah.
everybody was like, man, I had this thing way early. You feel me? And this title in this room, I had it way early. And it was something I was speaking to somebody on Twitter about. And shout out to your girl, Female Rap, right? And she's like one of the biggest supporters of my boy Dot on Twitter. Like, that mean the world to me because Dot is really my partner. Like, so I'm anybody that support Dot, like you good with me. It don't matter what you got going on, you good with me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm watching the interview yesterday with Andre Ward. And Jay Prince.
Okay.
And this interview was like really good. Like he was getting down to some integral foundational things. Now, I don't know if you guys know who Jay Prince is. Jay Prince is the founder of Rap-A-Lot Records, you know, one of the pillar foundations, if not the pillar foundational label of hip-hop in the South. I mean, Jay Prince is somebody who transferred over to boxing, did really great things, integral in Floyd Mayweather's career, Andre Ward's career. He's like,
Oh yeah, I remember. Okay.
Jay Prince is like one of the
Yeah.
dopest brothers you'll ever meet.
We was in Vegas. You was
The
telling
GOAT.
me about him.
Yeah,
He
Jay
is
Prince,
the GOAT.
he's just
The
dope.
GOAT.
Just a dope brother.
I think he's like the GOAT of the GOATs.
Right. And Andre Ward is probably the greatest super middleweight in the history of boxing. So, you know, he's from the Bay Area. So this was like a really dope conversation because Andre Ward is like really articulate.
Shout out to the Bay Area.
Yeah. And it's like he's not just a fighter. Like this dude is a real, like he speaks, you know what I mean? He's good at this already, even though he took a lifetime of boxing.
Mhm.
So the interview was dope. And I was just listening to some of the things that Jay Prince was talking about he went through. So I took to my Twitter and I said, okay, it's like, man, Jay Prince is one of them guys I respect.
Mhm.
That's how
For
I
sure.
started. Jay Prince is one of
Sure.
them guys I respect. So shout out to your girl, Female Rap, right? And again, she supports my boy Dot to the fullest, so that means the world to me. Like I ain't got nothing bad to say, but it kind of threw me for a loop. She kind of had something where she was rubbing her fingers in her eyes. That's the meme she used. And then somebody said, shout out to Bobby Drake, the Iceman. He said, don't wipe your eyes, he said. And then your girl, Female Rap, responded. She said, he stresses me the fuck out because I was fucking with G. I love his approach to hip hop, but a lot of the things he says and the way he thinks when it comes to everything else just goes against everything I stand for.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had this conversation. And someone also said, I love G, I just can't follow him on Twitter.
They love you but can't follow you.
Yeah.
They're ashamed of you.
Well, I get it. I'm not.
I don't get it. So explain that to me.
Yeah. So I'm used to hearing
With the
this.
mismatched
I've been
socks.
hearing this my whole life, right? I'm used to hearing this. I'm
my bad.
It's a standard thing for me. People
Get a pad.
have a million things that they think about me or think about my opinion. Whatever it is, that's fine. I'm not even tripping. I get it. But it was just a weird thing. And so I asked them, right? I responded back to the good people who support my homeboy on Twitter. You know what I mean? That show love. And I'm like, what's wrong with me respecting Jay Prince? And a couple brothers just went down this rabbit hole of kind of internet gossip.
Because you respect Jay Prince.
Yeah, they got mad. And I'm like, well, have you guys? They was like, Jay Prince ain't shit. I don't like Jay Prince. I'm like, oh, y'all met him? They was like, no. And then like somebody else that the person who said they couldn't follow me because they felt like I was, for the most part, just entirely too polarizing. Mm-hmm. She was like, well, did you see how he handled Takeoff situation? I'm like, she's like, you didn't see what happened with Takeoff? I'm like, you didn't see what happened with Takeoff. She was referring to the third member, rest in peace, from the Migos.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And she was saying like, you didn't see how they did this. And I'm like, well, you didn't see how they did this.
No. Yeah, you can't be
like
there.
None of us was there, right? All you have is YouTube content visuals and people guiding a narrative of what they think happened, right? Now, obviously, being from the street, I do have some inside information, but that ain't the point. Like, none of us know what happened. None of us was there. So it's really odd. And the other homie, Bobby Drake, was like, okay, gee, well, you see what he did to Young Boy. He tried to extort Young Boy. I'm like, extorting? You remember when he got his chain snatched and he went on the internet saying, just call him, he can get your chain back. He was trying to extort him. I'm like, he didn't ask for money. And he was like, well, Young Boy said he was trying to extort him. And it hit me, right? So there's this kind of, it's almost make-believe. It's not on purpose, but there's this energy like people feel like Dot would have a problem with Jay Prince or Jazz, and he don't.
Why would they think there'd be a problem?
Because Jay Prince and Jazz are responsible for Drake. To some degree.
Wait.
Jay Prince's son discovered Drake.
Okay, but this goes all the way back to Drake.
It's always gonna go back to Drake.
God damn. So people are now not liking people that you like or give highly.
No, they don't like people that they don't even know.
I'm talking about with you glasses. They personally going after the people you like by saying they don't like them. No,
so I don't know. I can't tell you. I'm wise enough also to realize I can't speak for somebody else's agenda.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But what I can tell you is I'm like, I know Jay Prince. Like I've chipped with dude. I've talked to dude over years and years. He's like one of the most helpful, coolest brothers you'll ever meet in this business. Like this dude is outstanding. And they just was like, well, Young Boy. Now, the whole Young Boy situation, I get it. You get what I'm saying? Young Boy is very high strung. He was on drugs really bad at that time. So he overreacts all the time. That's also why he's such a brilliant artist. He's a brilliant artist. He is. Now, I'm not saying, do you think he's the greatest MC? I'm telling you, his art is reflective. The dude is dope. Like, that's how he galvanizes.
I'm old. I don't get it.
Well, it's not good because we don't relate to that kind of. So there's also something happening too, where the younger people are a lot more emotional.
True.
Yes.
So the artists reflect that space.
Okay.
Now let me ask you about these people that hating on Jay Prince that don't even know him. Do you feel like these cats are young now?
Somewhat, yeah. But I don't think it's just also young. I think this is what this conversation was about. Like, I think the internet makes you feel like you know somebody and you have no idea who that person is.
Oh, no, that's true. I agree.
And then too, there's so many lies on top of facts that people will make their own scenario of what's real or fake in their own mind.
That's my point.
It's so funny because I was watching this video about a dude that was in Walmart and the lady said try to kidnap the kid. But then when you see the video, it's a whole different scenario.
Yes.
I think
it's so crazy that you say that. I just seen that. Like, she said she was tuggling, and
when you saw the video.
You saw the video. Did you see the video?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, that's to remind me of that. That's crazy.
But it's not, bro. It's social media and the internet. Listen, the internet and social media is a tool to get closer to people, but it is not the connection itself. And I think way too many people think that they know who somebody is based off of the internet.
But that's kind of a good thing, though. For some of these guys that want internet success, internet fame, they want these people to feel like they know them. That's kind of what they're going for.
But then it doesn't work in your favor when stuff comes out about you and then it's not true. And then people read it as facts. And then that's when you realize that the notion of people just thinking that they know you based off the internet is not great.
True.
No Silence Live, the lunch hour, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right here, noon Pacific Standard Time. Digital Soapbox. Hit that thumbs up button. Let everybody know you're in the house. If you're on Twitter, retweet this link. If you're on Facebook, share this post. We do this stream to support the No Silence podcast. Fresh episodes just drop. Conversations that drip. It's a really great audio podcast. You can listen to it. I haven't figured out the visual component, but I'll be really focused on the conversation. You know what I mean? And really giving y'all some information, taking y'all through these journeys. Make sure you listen to that Conversations That Drip on Apple Podcasts, iHeart Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcast from. The No Ceilings Podcast, executive produced by Charlemagne the God, the Black Effect Network, and iHeart. And we're going to get this thing started. So Ted Kennedy responded. He said, it's easy to hate a stranger, just like y'all do Drake.
I'll just say.
And that's what I'm saying is odd to me.
But nobody hates Drake up here, though.
But that's the point, because everybody can conflate critique with disdain. You get me? And that's the same space we at, to where I'm arguing with somebody and I'm listening to people, and I get it, because I get it. My personality is really polarized, and it's been like this as long as I can remember.
Little fidget.
The positive twist, polarizing.
This is the truth. Like, it's been like that since I was younger. But one thing I'm not going to do is, one, I'm not arguing with you just to argue. Two, I'm not just giving credit to just be on the opposite side. You could bet I believe it. So, like, when we talking about Jay Prince, I know Jay Prince. Like, I've politic with this dude. I know the type of brother he is.
Do you think Jay Prince care though?
Yes. I think it doesn't. I think it has to have an effect on people.
So you think, okay, because you know some people look at Jay Prince like this big bad boogeyman dude or whatever. And do you think that he does things that lead into that stereotype a little bit, or
no? I think it's just who he is. So I definitely think there's an issue on the internet when it comes to branding. Right, because everybody feels like they have to brand. I mean, you started to go through it right now with your program, right? We were just talking about it working out, right?
Right.
Your program is, you're beating quality guys that are sponsored, but people don't know your program.
Right.
So you have to start using social media to brand yourself.
Right.
Right. And now you're trying to figure it out. So somebody like Jay Prince, who's pretty much been okay this whole time, is now forced to figure out a way to brand himself.
To go further.
Well, because that's the way you create. That's how you do business today.
But with the internet, do you think we're in a spot, a space with the internet to where it doesn't matter what kind of publicity you get on the internet? It's all going to equal to success for you.
Yeah, like they say, no publicity is bad publicity.
That's for like celebrities. That's not for everyday people.
Look at these guys on the internet, man. We got a bunch of guys on the internet who are known goofballs, and they just popping. And you look at some of their stuff they put out, you're just like, what the fuck? People like this shit. And it's weird on how they get popular and the stuff they do to get popular. And I don't know. It seems like the internet is a place to where no matter what you do, as long as you put eyes on yourself, you can be successful.
It backfires too sometimes.
It can work out for you, and then it don't have to work out for you.
Yeah.
Again, if somebody empowers you, then they could break your power. If that makes sense, right? So it's like, yes, like Jay Prince is in an odd situation, because Jay Prince is like a good guy. I mean, don't get me wrong, every motherfucking person that grew up in street urban culture probably gonna have some shit that people don't agree with, or they're gonna do some level of stuff that people don't have to like. But again, it's
what's the glasses good guy too? Like, what's
a good guy? Somebody that stand by their word, gonna take care of their business and deal with their problems. That's all I could ask for any man.
So why they mad at Jay Prince right now for?
So there's a couple things that have happened, right?
You said the young blood thing.
So young boy, NBA young boy. Something happened with NBA young boy jury. Jay Prince got his jury from whatever happened. I don't quite remember the whole ordeal, but from what I understand, he tried to reach out behind channels, but young boy is not somebody a lot of people deal with. He's pretty much closed off. That's why he could be up on Gravedigger Mountain and chilling, because people don't mess. Like, he kind of is in his own space.
Boy, be Utah, yeah.
So he reached out to him through using social media publicly. right? He reached out to him using social media publicly.
It
Right?
reminds me of Big Youth trying to help somebody.
Same.
Yeah, you
Which
know,
is where we gonna get.
yeah.
to.
Oh,
We'll get to
okay.
it.
It's like, man.
So it's like he reached out to him. Young boy
reached out to him or Jay Prince?
Jay Prince reached
Okay.
out to Young Boy,
Okay.
like, hey,
Trying
you
to
know,
help him, young fella.
I got your stuff. I mean, just get at me, you know, reach out. I forgot the dialogue, but reach out to my people, get with me. Young Boy took that as if he was blasting out whatever happened in the situation,
Oh, telling this business.
or he was saying he was extorting him, even though Jay didn't ask for no money.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, he didn't ask for no money. And just kind of, Young Boy go. Oh, he gonna call you 100 things out
right.
the name.
Yeah.
He gonna be screaming and yelling at the camera. He gonna be saying all kind of shit that's inappropriate that an adult man shouldn't behave. And again, his audience is galvanized by it because they think it's rooted in authenticity
Of emotions.
versus this little nigga is on dope.
Yeah.
So a lot of the things he's doing, you feel me? A lot of the things he's doing is more or less him just being in an ultra emotional state and trying to defend his position. I caught it instantly when it happened because in my mind, I'm thinking I wouldn't even say nothing to Young Boy.
But this is why a lot of OGs and old people don't go talk to these youngsters because
I wouldn't have said nothing.
Even if
You know
you're
what I
trying to
mean?
help,
Like, if I can't get to you to no back door, shit, fuck it.
So you wouldn't have did it publicly. You would have tried to, do personal.
Yeah, but I'm
channels.
also not as good of a person as Jay Prince. Like Jay Prince will build with you, help you. Like he that kind of guy.
So he was authentic and trying to really help.
Sure.
him.
And that's what people doubt. And I only know it because I know the different things he's done over time.
And shit,
people that is happening.
What do Jay Prince get
about some exactly? Yeah. He got more money than Young Boy.
Yeah.
All of the above, but people not thinking.
Respect
They're just
everything.
in their feelings about what's happening. And then again, some of these people in our community, again, I've been telling y'all, it's a real movement of anti-street happening where there's a bunch of men now that are publicly talking shit about people that come from street urban culture lifestyle.
True.
And you think these men are black? A lot of black men?
Academics is one.
Oh boy.
Flacco is one.
Academics.
Flacco's getting worse too.
But these people have general followings that are huge numbers and they're able to guide people's thought. Remember, most people can think, but they don't have time. So they're trusting the information there.
They trust the squares.
Well, they're trusting the information. They don't think of them as squares.
It's just like people that you tell them about the news back in the day when I used to tell people like, man, the news is fake. People like, no, it's the news. They can't say nothing that's not real on the news. I'm like, they do it all the time.
And even then, I can understand why they would be held to that standard. I'm talking about act
but they treat them as if they're news. That's what I'm saying. The new age days, they're not going to breaking, Good Morning America for their news. They're like, man, on Instagram today, man, Flacco said.
But they're doing black hip hop stuff.
It's not black, and this is why I keep telling you, Coach.
There's
no black hip hop. The problem is people see them as black men, and they're talking about rap songs, so they think they are hip hop, which is why I keep saying hip hop is not black. Yes, black people make hip hop sometimes, but hip hop is not black
and originated it.
Yes, again, it's of black music. But that don't mean everybody black that talk about rap.
Everybody don't have to be okay. I'm not about to argue with that, but everybody don't have to be black to be hip hop for it to be a black thing. But can
he agree with him?
Who agree with who?
He's agreeing.
No, I'm not agreeing with him. But I'm just not about to try to argue with it right now. But I think that we got to understand that street urban culture might be fading a little bit.
It is.
This new generation is not street urban.
That's my point. That's why hip hop is fading. But let me get to the point. So shout out to Sharice. She makes a good point. One of my favorite contributors at the lunch table. She whip up the best. She said, I think Jay Prince could have kept YB situation off social media. That's the thing. There's really no way. And you have to know the back channels of the get down to know why it is that way. Like this dude don't socialize with people like the way you would think. He changes his number a lot. He's not.
Oh, so okay, I see what you're saying.
Standard kind of kid.
But on social media, you could get to him no matter what.
That's really where he conducts his life.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
That's really where you only can really get to him.
But I do, and to Sharice's point, I do think there's a little bit of Jay Prince showing goodwill publicly.
Yeah.
Right? There's a level of okay, goodwill publicly. Now, can I be critical of that? Sure, I could critique that.
I was about to say that because maybe I think Jay Prince could have went through some back channels and got
or
in
he could have
touch
just
with him.
IG or DM'd him. They could have
Yeah.
figured it out. But again, that's not the point. The fact that your mind went to a level of extortion, as if Jay Prince needs to, like, it's this rumor that I was seeing that people saying Jay Prince and them extort people. They don't. Again, it's one of those things where they talking about Takeoff and all of that. It's not simple. And it's a bunch of people that's explaining this that don't quite get it. I've only know because I've been put in this situation.
Do you
So,
think
like,
extortion happens in hip hop?
Yes, but it's
Okay.
not the way they think. It's very rare. People don't extort you. Most people trying to take advantage of communities and shoot content in their community, and they making people do right. I think we don't extort people enough.
What you mean by what you mean by extort people
If
enough?
Jeezy is gonna shoot videos and hang out with the 4 Trade gangsters, he should have to rap with niggas from 4 Trade gangsters. You should actually have to invest in black people.
In that community, at
Yes.
least do something.
And it's only extortion if they're forcing you to invest in black people.
I agree with you 100%.
It's only extortion if we're forcing you to invest in black people. Like, I saw an interview with Big U, and he was sitting next to Chris Brown. He said, man, he just bought so many thousands of pair of shoes, and he gonna buy another 1,000. And people retweeted that and was talking shit in the comments. I'm like
Big U made him buy 1,000 pair of shoes.
If he's going to make him buy 1,000, I'm glad.
Okay.
I hope they make all these niggas buy thousands of pairs of
Give
shoes
back to
for
the
kids.
community for their success. Yeah, I understand.
So
It
again,
shouldn't even be looked at as extortion. It should be looked at giving back.
and my thing is, if you know how this business works, shout out to Lex Diamond.
So do the church extort people when they tell them to give
he said, how do you actually know though? Because I know the people.
He said, how do you actually know? You just said
He's asking me, how do I know what? I know the people. I know who's extorting. I know who's running plays. I know who they are. That ain't Jay Prince. This is what I keep, Lex, this is what I keep telling y'all. This is my expertise. I don't know. I think because it's articulate, I think you think I'm smart. Whatever y'all think, it's a
You think you're smart,
confusion
too.
about exactly. I don't.
They
I
can't,
really
you
don't.
can't be no smart
Stop.
hip hop.
No.
Stop.
You can't be no
Stop.
smart hip hop,
Stop.
bro.
If you don't get out of
you
here.
can't be no
not
smart
think that.
crip.
I don't think that. I think I'm always thinking. I don't think that's a relative to smart. Like, I'm not witty. I don't know how to have the greatest comebacks. Smart isn't wit. Like, again, these.
Witty and smart don't have to go hand in hand though. They
Well,
don't
that's
have to
what
do the
wit
same.
is. I mean, that's what smart is.
Oh, you
Wit.
don't. No.
Can we get back on track?
Okay.
Because
Anyway,
this is
yeah. Because
interesting.
we
We're
are.
going
We about to,
somewhere,
he trying to drag me into the
let's
argument. but I ain't about to
go.
argue.
This
But
is an interesting
Wit and smart
conversation.
ain't the
Go ahead,
same
finish
thing.
about Jay
Yeah.
Prince and all this.
So,
stuff.
shout out to Pete. Jay Prince suffers some from heavy as the head sometimes. Too, anybody with Rap-A-Lot chains end up representing. Fact, that's fair. So it's like, I know who Jay Prince, I know the timing. Like, I know all of the street people across the country. Like, I'm a part of that network. Like, when the stuff happened where y'all thought it was Wayne and they ran up on that truck and shit, I remember I came right after it happened. I remember having to resolve it and be a centerpiece of it, but you don't hear me talking about it. So there's a confusion about exactly what I do and who I am in the grand scheme of this. So I'm not just this rapper person that's vague. I'm not some rapper that y'all don't realize I move around by myself. You see me in all these communities. You see me in rock and dot video. I'm in the Blood Projects in my car. That's an all blue, navy blue Bentley with a bandana around the mirror. It's a reason that's happening. This ain't just
So you're not a content creator.
no.
Like other people get the information off the internet.
This is my business. The street is my business. The culture is my business for real. It was my business before it was my passion.
So you pretty much know stuff before it even hits the internet and social
And
media.
I know what happened.
Okay.
Not just, oh, I know, a story. I actually know what's happening. Like, I know the backstories. You might heard about somebody fighting and arguing. I know when they got their ass whooped a month before. That's my business.
And that's like what you did with the Tupac Must Die video.
Cribbing is my business, and business is good.
Letting people know that you know the real story of what
It wasn't even that. I didn't think about it like that. I didn't even think about it with that thought.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen that with that thought. I've never seen that.
But that's like you say, you know the truth though of things that happen.
You're going to know further than somebody on Twitter.
Okay.
So the point I'm saying is, it's a bunch on Twitter, a bunch of people on Twitter formulating an opinion with limited information, and that's what's throwing me off.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, how do you feel that entitled? And this is where I always say to you, Coach, I don't think I'm smart. I don't think I'm over. Now, I don't think none of those stuff. because I realize how much shit I don't know. But I realize how much everybody I conversate with feel like they are smart. So it got to be me crazy because I don't think I'm that smart, but I'm talking to people like somebody could tell me about what happened with Takeoff. And I'm like, well, you don't know what happened with Takeoff. Well, I saw it, you know, and I saw his family. Like, you didn't see anything. You saw people creating content about having a perspective. How somebody creates in God's content could be based off their perspective. It's not, you know, they don't know what happened.
So do you think Flacco and Academics got a hip hop perspective?
No. That's
Okay.
the point.
And when I say I think that you think that you're smart, I think that you're smart enough to know that what you don't know, though.
I'm definitely wise enough to know that.
I think you know that, but I think the stuff that you do know, I think you think you know it well. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I also think that these people putting themselves out on the internet, that they leaving a lot of room to be judged and talked about. And I think they want that.
But this is what comes with it, though. And I'm not defending Jay Prince's legacy. Jay Prince is Jay Prince.
Right.
Jay Prince don't need me to say shit. It's Jay Prince, bro.
Right.
Jay Prince been keeping his nose clean and staying out of the business this whole time.
But shit, if you start worrying about what these people on the internet talking about, you'll be graded by tomorrow. Like, these people on the internet are fools.
It's not a concern about
silly people on the internet.
But it's not a concern about how I think they see me. My concern is them. So again, No Ceilings stream, whether it's the stream, the lunch hour, or the podcast, is really to help people.
Mm-hmm.
You think you can help somebody? Some of these people first of all, the internet gives them this fake power that they think they have because they can't be seen, you can't be touched. Some of the shit they saying, they don't even believe. They just saying shit.
You believe that, Coach?
Yeah, for sure. Like, it's a lot of people on here saying shit on the internet because they know they can't be touched, or nobody can't see them. They just saying shit.
I think like what we don't understand is like the reason why podcast is so important is because people really don't fellowship and talk with each other no more. So podcast, it does help lead people's thoughts because, like he said, people don't really have time to really gather the information. So we have our own sense of responsibility as a people in our culture to have discussions, because if we don't have discussions, things are getting lost in just the internet. Right. So we have to put something out there. That's why the lunch hour is important.
But this is how people fellowship right here in 2025. This is
today's.
But this is not how I fellowship.
Yes,
because you're an old ass man. You got these old ass thoughts in your like. No, Glasses running around here like a 70-year-old man in his mind. Because he
80 in my mind.
80 in his mind. Like he had many ripples.
I was thinking 85.
Like, and of course, I don't expect
kid.
Yeah,
see, that's because you an old ass.
No, he really old ass.
Yeah,
hey, yo, man.
But Glasses really, like I be telling him, I be telling this shit all the time. He the last of the Mohicans, man. Like, it's not a lot of real dudes out there anymore. It's a lot of these dudes on the internet.
But the point of me having this conversation is to help them, like to give them wisdom, right? Growing up, living this life, here's the wisdom. The wisdom is stop thinking you get it because you saw some clips or you have an idea or you heard some gossip online, right? Like Jay Prince is one of the most helpful people you'll meet. There is no fear. Shout out to Lex. He said, Glasses, you in this game this long, there's always foul play. There's not always foul play. Foul play is a white person's word. Who says that? It's a white person's word. Sometimes people go too fucking far and then they get dealt with in an appropriate manner. Most of the things happening in the streets is in an appropriate manner when it comes to people dealing with each other. Okay,
so what do you consider foul play then? Because
foul play, that's a legal word to say something happened to somebody, right? That was outside of the law.
You think Lex mean it like that though? I don't think he means it like that.
Other than that, then it would come down to his moral standards or his moral compass of foul. He might think if somebody slap your mama and somebody shoot him, that's foul. Like if somebody slapped my mom, rest her soul, and then I shoot him, he might be like, that's foul play.
Yeah, you went to the extremes. You should just slap them back. I said, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a moral compass part for him.
Yeah, it's subjective.
So even though, like a lot of people that I talk to,
it's not subjective.
I'm talking about
laws.
I mean, it is subjective.
No, but it's subjective of where your laws stand. That's what people don't understand. Yeah. It's about, because we all think about our own moral compass on what laws apply to them. Some people don't care about the penal code and what that says. Some people feel like this is my culture. You slap my mama, I'm gonna shoot you, and that's their law.
And your ass gonna be in jail.
I know, but in their mind, they're not in jail. They're just in another
even
place.
Though, but let me say this because I don't want people to take it the wrong way. I'm not saying that I agree with some of these laws. You know,
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm agreeing for people to go out and do that,
Yeah.
but
Coach.
if people
I got
all
that.
believe the same way, then we wouldn't have people that are in jail, or if the people all believe the same laws. Everybody got their own statute.
That's another different subject that
Yeah.
you know people being in jail about
Oh
these
my gosh,
laws and
King.
stuff.
King
Yeah.
sensitive to this.
Yeah, I'm very sensitive
Very
when
good.
it comes to jail.
Okay,
and
rule number
prisons and
2:
stuff.
don't talk about.
Yeah, I
don't
get
talk
sensitive.
about.
I
Okay,
got trauma.
okay.
Look, I got
Okay.
trauma. This bullshit.
Okay, so but you say Jay Prince is a good dude though.
Yeah.
He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he's an upstanding citizen by
legal standpoint.
legal
no.
standpoints.
No.
But as far as
As
him
far as
being a
Boy
good
will
dude,
go as a brother, as a
Mhm.
black man, as a
How about
God-fearing
hip hop
Christian,
standards?
by every level of hip hop standards, he's a premier guy.
Okay.
okay.
But
So what else besides Young Boy is going on with Jay Prince that make everybody look at him differently now?
Takeoff got
Yeah.
killed in a bowling alley shooting dice with some brothers from Houston. They
Mm-hmm.
were in the dice game. Something happened in the dice game specifically, and Takeoff got killed.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of information leaked in that conversation, in that situation. Different ideas. Again, limited context because
Mhm.
nobody really knows what
What
happened.
the internet is saying as majority.
So this is some of the content leaking to the internet. It's like, oh, well, they was in the shoot, they was in a dice game with this particular person who's related to Jay Prince, and so forth and so on. And this person shot him because he said something. I don't know.
and Jay
They
Prince
just
wasn't even
made
there.
him.
Jay Prince wasn't even there.
No, he
Yeah.
wasn't. This is his kid, right? Jazz is a cooler dude too.
Yeah.
He a little young, but you know, Jazz will be fine. He all right dude. I mean, homies mess with him. He
Mhm.
all right. But again, how it's happened, people are in love with the rapper, right? It's Takeoff from the Migos. And Migos is one of the greatest rap groups, if not the
Yeah.
greatest rap group in the last 20 years. That came out in 20 years.
And this is not me talking shit about Takeoff or anything. I don't know any of the Migos. I've never met them in my life, but sometimes people get infatuated with these entertainers over the internet and they think they know them.
Yes.
And some of these dudes like are not cool. Some of these dudes are not good dudes.
And not to put that on tape.
And like I said, I'm not
Yeah.
saying that about him.
But again, you don't know what happened. None of us
yeah,
know.
but
So-
that's my point.
So wisdom in the streets has told me, wait, you don't know. Wait,
Yeah.
you don't know. Let the information come out. Let people, you know what I mean, figure out what's happening. Then wait till you have all the information to try to formulate an opinion on somebody.
But people don't do that on the internet.
That's my point. So
It's all green light on the internet.
so my job is to share wisdom with people following me. Because I think there's a confusion, like, right? Like I support Dot because Dot is, you know, oh, well, he's from the West, or versus I know his character. I know him. This is somebody I know.
Before he was famous, before he was Doc.
I mean, all of the above.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not nothing new. No fandom.
I just think that like we really live in a different time, because when I be seeing like it could be somebody shot today and they already got the post up and the caption telling you what happened. It's like, no, you really don't. We used to not really know what happened until people went to trial, and then we would figure out what happened. We waited to the evidence, but now people post something on the internet and people just believe it. Even when you said Jay Prince, I thought about it like, damn.
Shout
We
out
do
to
think we
Lex
know him.
Diamonds.
Yeah.
He said, I don't understand how Glasses can speak so passionately about Jay Prince being an amazing person when the man's name rings bells of fear. You don't know how he handles people outside your presence.
When you hear Jay Prince, you get nervous.
And that's my point.
You can only speak.
You
You can only speak of your
I've heard Jay
instances
Prince
with
name.
Jay.
I didn't start shaking my boots or nothing like that.
Because cowards are the standard today. And that's what I'm trying to tell Lex. You're talking to cowards. So like a coward. So the same person that'll make somebody hold their own, like, so you can hear a story about me. People will tell you a story. Man, Glasses took this DJ equipment, man. There was a DJ. He was at a club in San Diego. You know what I'm saying? And Glasses ran up on a dude and he ran up on a dude and he took his equipment. He just took all his equipment and just left it.
Because he didn't pay you?
That's the context, right? And it's not just he didn't pay me, right? It's not just he didn't pay me. He lied to me, let me come to the club, said he was gonna have the rest of my money there. It was only $1,800. I was only charging $4,000. He only owed me $1,800.
Uh-huh.
Instead of him, he could have told me, "Hey, G, I don't have the rest." He's like, "I got it with me right now." So I'm on stage. I'm like, "Man, let me." My people walk up to get the paper. He's like, "I'm gonna give it to him after. I'm behind the wheels." So we get there, we do the show, we finish the show. The motherfucker tells me like, he's like, man, you know what, G, we didn't even make enough money. I'm like, bro, but you just told me you had me come. He was like, nah, man, you know. So now I'm not only am I insulted, but you disrespected me. Like you're really playing with me. So give me all this, bro. When you pay me, I'll give your shit back. All people saw me in the club do was take shit. They don't have no context. That could be on video.
But you know how people are, man. And we've been doing this shit before the internet. We all pass judgment on somebody just from looks.
I never have.
I'm saying when I say we all, I'm not, you know, I'm not just, you know, some individuals who haven't done it, but I'm just talking about
those small 1%, like I told y'all.
Yeah. It'd be a, you know, even when we was in high school or in elementary school, a dude walk up in there, light-skinned dude, oh, he conceited, he this, you know, I've been through that. And then
dang, everybody's got the
I'm just saying, like, but this is how we've always been. So I think the internet just puts 1,000 on it. I mean, somebody see you rap, hear your music, now they already thinking everything you said in your songs, this is what you about, or this is what you, this is how you are.
No, I really think that like people really feel like they personally know somebody. Like when Tiana Taylor got a divorce from her husband, everybody scrutinized that man and put him and don't know what happened. And I'm talking about people who are like, we seen him at the gas station when we was doing Ash Bash video, and people were like, man, we should go throw something at his car. We should. I'm like, y'all don't even know this dude or know what happened.
Right. But this, so coach, it's like this, right? It's like yesterday, the other day we was here, you was talking about that little dude that was like, man, glasses like to argue, right? Here's a story. This should sound crazy. So that dude, I used to tell him all the time, it's like, hey, bro, you're not really into gangbanging like that. Like, you know, that's not really your expertise. You don't have a depth of knowledge, a wealth of knowledge in that. You're more ladies' man. Like, you capture your masculinity primitively through women. I said, you should make songs about that. The nigga argued me down. He thought I was dissing me. Oh, I'm like, bro, like, I'm not talking to you crazy. I'm just telling you simple business branding. This is like, you want it. Even before I understood it, I knew that if you were an expert in what you were speaking about, then it was going to come through in the music. So I'm telling him, he argued me down. Oh, no. Finally, he changed his career. And I told him back then, I'm like, you don't really care about this gangbanging or this street shit. That's not your thing. You don't care about it. Oh, of course I love this shit. Like, you're trying to put it to me. And I'm like, nigga, I talk to you all the time. Nigga, I know you. Like, you know, but again, he's offended. Like, you thinking I'm not this. And I'm like, bro, you're a man. I'm not telling you you're not nothing else. I'm not saying you're not from your community. That's not what I'm saying. Fast forward, my other homie, so mind you, he finally starts making music about girls. He started getting traction. Doing well. He called another one of my partners. Now, he knows it's a particular artist that told the police, that snitched. We all know it. Everybody know it. He called the dude and said, hey, man, did this dude from y'all neighborhood snitch? He said, yeah. He laid out the whole case for him and said, this is what he did. This is how it happened. Boom. He said, man, you think it's cool if I still do a song with him?
What?
I swear to God. And the homie was like, well, I don't care. But he called
right
me
then and there, you should have said, remember when we was talking?
I never said anything else to him about it. But you got to realize this is why people think I argue with them. Because I'm having conversations where there's obvious things, and then I'm trying to tell them, because, you know, you want the best for people around you. At least that's why I do no ceilings. I can make money easy. I don't advertise the fact that there's no motherfucking payment system. I don't make no money doing this shit every Monday, Wednesday. If that shit don't pay me.
We're going to at some point.
But I'm just saying that's not what I'm doing. That's not why I make. At this point, that's not why I'm making.
His team does that.
That's not why I'm doing none of that. So again, it is only to give wisdom or share a fellowship with people and allow people to be a fly on the wall to get more.
Build community though too.
You know what I mean? Experience.
So, like you said,
build community. Yeah,
you're trying to give them like the understanding and the language of the culture, because like when you gave that story about taking the equipment, in my mind it was about the nigga didn't get paid.
Yeah, but everybody else,
that's what I'm saying. It was crazy. It's like
there's been multiple stories, bro. Like I press other niggas. I remember we pressed this nigga. Shout out to Chill, who counted the most one. He gonna talk shit. Give me OG. Chill dirty Mac me real bad. Chill was somebody I spent a bunch of money with from Counter's Most Wanted. Like I bought beats from him, always showed him love, always respected him. But one day they called themselves defending Ice Cube. I've never attacked Ice Cube. Never.
That's not what the internet says.
Exactly. Or my partner. I'm like, I don't have no song saying dissing Ice Cube or Snoop Dogg.
But he got songs dissing you, right?
Yes.
Who? Ice Cube?
Cube, yeah.
I know.
Back then, yeah. But it's like I never dissed him. I created a movement that galvanized other young people coming up in the business.
G also don't know what dissing is though.
I mean, to disrespect somebody.
I don't know.
Did he
I
say
think
it?
that
He
the
said
problem
he
is
said your
that-
name.
So did you ever do anything that you Ice could have taken as a diss?
No.
You know, dissing him is not calling him a bitch. That's not the only way you could have dissed him.
Could have I said something that he could have been embarrassed about? Yes.
Okay.
Hey, we got 80 people watching, only
Which
40
is it?
likes.
Shout
Can
out
we
to
get
Joe
Can we
away?
hit the
He
thumbs?
said, "Gee, you low key dissed him." How did I low key diss? That's my point, and this is what I be saying.
Yeah, somebody
Like-
bring up the
Can you, K-Way, can you tell us how you know he personally did this?
It's not. They can't say it. There's no way possible because I speak clear. I'm not emotional. I'm not these little kids. I'm not. I know. I'm saying what I mean.
So they
I'm
misinterpret what you're saying.
No,
in
they
the way
don't
they want.
misinterpret it. They try to diagnose the energy. Like the dude earlier said that I don't like Drake. They're trying to diagnose the energy versus me having genuine critique
Drake
about
don't like you
this
for sure.
thing.
I think that
Drake
people
like
don't
glasses.
listen to, like, people
No,
don't know,
Drake-
like I was telling somebody, Glasses, you don't have to necessarily agree with what he's saying, but you just make an argument on how you feel about things. And if it makes sense, it makes sense for you. It may not make sense to the rest of us because you have your own thought process at times, but for you, it makes sense to you. And you know how to make a good argument that people might think you don't like somebody, but you're just saying, I don't like that. I don't not like the person. But
No, I don't know.
Today's world, if you don't like what somebody do, you end up not liking them. The internet teaches us, like, you don't like what this person did, you just don't like them, period.
No, they love.
And here is the two things. Now, this is the truth.
You don't like it.
Shout out to Mark Gear because Mark been supportive of me since I was a spud coming up in this thing. He said G has told stories before. It wasn't a diss, and Cube is his all-time favorite MCs. So he's talking about a story that I explained to Joe Budden when Joe Budden when podcasting was new, but I didn't diss him.
What story you tell?
Which story you said? I'm nosy.
If you tell a
Yeah,
story,
we wanna know, we
you
wanna
look
know
like
that.
you
We wanna
did,
know.
or a
We wanna know
hard
the story
chump.
too, man.
What was
If
the
you went out
story?
like- if you went out like one
Well,
of
we
these
worked
days,
out.
Keep it to yourself.
it's not
Like,
No.
diss.
No, I wanna hear it.
don't tell everybody.
Yeah, but
I wanna hear
I didn't even know I was this podcast. Listen,
Hey, trap.
So you just talk about a situation,
Coach,
not the individual
Hey,
person.
What up?
here's the context.
Hey, something wrong with your mic, trap.
Give it to us.
All right. I'm about to fix it up right
Joe
now.
Budden, right? Joe Budden, I didn't know what he was doing. This is 2010, 11. There is no podcast. I never even heard of no shit like this. He used to just talking to his laptop. I didn't even know what that was because I never listened. I'm not a Joe Budden fan. Like I heard Joe Budden rap. I heard
Joe Budden can rap. Though.
That's not me saying I'm not a fanatic is not saying
I get it. I'm just saying you can rap. All right, my bad. Go ahead. Do your thing.
I'm not a fanatic. Like I'm a fanatic of Scarface. So I know Scarface running for public office.
Right.
Everything. Joe Budden, it was just a dope nigga that I heard.
Yeah.
And then we was on tour together. The first time I met Joe, we was gonna beat the dog shit out of Joe. That's true. And I'm not dissing him. He got on the radio interview.
Here we go.
But that's my point. Like the emotion of it all
Respect the
versus
Joe diss.
understanding what I'm saying.
You say you gonna whoop his ass
Because he disrespected me. We was gonna catch him at this airport and fuck him around. And then Royce kind of stopped.
Are you a good dude to you?
No, I'm in the middle
Okay.
because I'm whatever
All
you want to
right,
make me. I'm gonna allow you to take me wherever you want. I'm never gonna rise above all the time. Sometimes I'm gonna go right where
I'm
you
like in the middle. That's where
That's the
everybody
sass.
should
We
be
don't
at
say as
anyway.
a sass. We
Jay
try to be
Prince
good
is
people.
not like that. Jay Prince
He's a
rises
better
above.
dude than you.
He's a better dude than me.
Okay. Because I feel like you might. Okay, but go ahead.
Shout out to Lex. He
We gonna
said
be
that's a
chill.
diss. It's not a diss. Joe Budden got on a radio interview when I had my song with Akon and said, he said, I've been trying to get a song with Akon, and then he does a song with fucking Glasses Malone. What the fuck kind of name is Glasses? I'm gonna show you.
Is that a diss?
That's him disrespecting me.
Okay, wait. Ooh, hold the fuck up. So
Yeah, he said who the
That's
fuck
a
is
diss to
glasses? Yeah, you're right. That
Well,
is
what
a
the fuck
disrespect.
kind of name is Glasses Malone?
Yeah, that's
I'ma show
disrespect to a man.
wait. So you
But-
said you gonna? That's you saying I'm gonna show you.
I didn't say anything. I just started to make my move.
So,
fucking
well, he's
Malone.
gonna catch him at the airport.
He asked a question about your name.
No, he was asking it to be an asshole because he didn't have a song with Akon.
He was in his
but you see
feelings.
how you just dug into that though. So
No, I
when you
didn't
say
dug
stuff
into
about
it.
people, maybe somebody dig into you what you saying.
I didn't have
Like,
to dig into it. I didn't dig into
If you tell a
anything.
story about me being,
I never one time said, what the fuck? Let me tell you. Let's get to
okay,
it.
go ahead, go ahead, do your thing.
So I didn't do anything to Drake. I didn't do anything to Joe because I met Royce and Royce told me like Joe is an asshole and sometimes he's like this. And I met Joe, we ended up being okay. And I consider him a friend to this day. But he was hating. right? Because he didn't know me. He was just
Probably
mad,
hating. Yeah,
right?
I
Because he wanted a song where they kind of, and it didn't happen. Which I don't know. I don't know no industry shit. So fast forward, Joe Budden. I'm on a tour bus. Now I don't know Joe Budden is actually streaming. This is what be streaming. It's 2010 or 11.
Mhm.
I don't know what
You
streaming
don't know
is.
shit about streaming, right?
Nigga, what the fuck is that? So he's just sitting there, his laptop halfway cocked. We just talking, and he's telling me about this story where him and
Cube.
he's telling me about he got into a Wu-Tang. I was there for that.
You was there when he got punched in the face?
Yeah, it was an IE. Yeah. Yep.
You
I
was
was there.
in the room? You and
I
Mickey
was
Fat
there. No, I was outside. We had just walked
Okay.
up and he came running out. He had holding his face and shit, fucked up.
Yeah, Wu-Tang is some bullies, huh, Trap?
Wu-Tang
Nah,
is
they
the
ain't no
real deal.
bullies. Nah, they ain't no
Wu-Tang
bullies.
the real deal.
They ain't no
Shout out to
bullies.
the homies.
They
They
the
the
real
real
deal.
deal.
Nah,
Bullies.
she's
Bullies.
for sure.
Look how excited he got. Look
They
at
don't
him.
fuck with MC
Shout out
Hammer.
to
Hey, they
Wu-Tang.
don't fuck with MC Hammer though.
That's not the point.
You don't fuck-
Hammer's the real deal.
He's got the pants. You don't fuck with a nigga. You don't fuck with a nigga with parachute pants
Fuck
on.
with MC Hammer though, so I'm
Niggas ain't
sorry.
pumps in the bump.
But also, they're not men that's bullying you. They're just gonna hold you accountable for things you say.
Oh, okay.
Fast forward.
Mhm.
I don't believe in bullying.
So I'm on the tour
Nah,
with
me either.
Slaughterhouse. I'm on the
Okay,
tour with
hold on.
Slaughterhouse and Tech Nine.
Uh-huh.
So we're all on the tour. So I'm going on the Slaughterhouse bus. I'm talking to Joe. We sitting down. Joe got his laptop halfway cocked. Again, I don't know what's happening. Joe had already been way above all this. He'd been doing this shit.
Mhm.
So he's telling me how he got into it. You know what I mean? How he got into it with
Wu-Tang.
the dude from Wu-Tang's, right? And so I was like, he was like, you don't know what it feels like to meet your heroes and to realize they not necessarily what you thought. So I'm like, well,
That's stupid on his part.
well,
Wu-Tang looked like everything I think they do. Like,
whatever he thought he was wrong.
what did he think? What he thought Wu-Tang? How you think
I
that
don't
was
know.
gonna go?
But you got to think about when you're not from the
That was an
culture, you don't
actor.
understand what to expect.
So I'm thinking I'm having a moment with a brother and I'm bonding with him.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, no, I do. I went through that. Like the time I met Ice Cube at a shopping center in Watts.
Mm.
Right? He was signing autographs to his new album. I'm starting to blow up. I didn't got a deal. So I'm the biggest thing in Watts. And I'm a real nigga from I'm a gangster. From around the way. Niggas know me. So they blowing my phone up, all the older homies. Man, Glass, where you at? Man, I'm on the 7. Man, come on to the shopping center. I'm like, all right. So I rush up to the shopping center. I jump on my truck. I'm like, what's up? Hey, like, man, Cube in there. Like he's giving autographs. I'm like, oh, cool. All right. Man, tell him, get him to come out. Like we want to meet him. Like, this is Ice Cube. Nigga, he is there.
Have you already met Cube before this?
No.
First time.
First time in life.
Okay.
Right? But
They act like you already
the
knew.
local rap phenom. It's happening for you, and you a real one. So these niggas calling me. So
Did they fire you up to go in there?
they got to fire me up. Shit, I didn't know.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't know there was nothing to fire. Fucking Ice Cube. I'm saying shit like he would be happy to meet these niggas.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
All these LA niggas come, these Watts niggas.
But you never met Ice Cube yourself.
No, I have no idea.
So you just go in there to talk to
So
him.
when you went in, what
Mind
happened?
you, I'm somebody. So I walk to the back of the VIP. I walk into the motherfucker, and I see Dub, and I'm telling Dub, I'm like, hey, what's up with it? Man, I'm trying to meet Cube. And I'm looking at Cube. He looked a little flustered, but he doing his thing with it. It's Ice Cube, nigga. Who the fuck is this Doughboy? So I'm telling Joe the story. I'm like, yeah. So I'm telling Dub, and I'm like, I'm like, man, tell me, He's like, well, that nigga ain't finna come out there and fuck with them niggas. Man, that nigga don't know them niggas. So I'm looking, and I kind of get what he's saying.
For sure.
Right?
At that time, did you get it?
No, I didn't get it.
That's what I'm saying. At
Why
that
would I
time,
get
did you
that?
get it?
Why the fuck would I?
But now you get it now.
I'm
like
Why
years
would
not
later.
Glasses
with y'all
Low
either.
get that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Why would Glasses
I was
Low
just going to
get
say, he don't get that.
I only know Ice Cube from music, movies. That's all I know. So I'm thinking, shit, he the same as Red Boy or Pluck or Moon or any other homie. Fucking Ice Cube, nigga from 111. Why the fuck would I know? You know what I mean? I didn't know.
Mhm.
So, but then I realized at that point, it was a different energy. Like he was not really fucking with them. Like it wasn't finna happen. Now again, whatever. So I had to come out and tell the homies like, yeah, nah, that nigga ain't finna really come out here. Y'all should just go buy a CD if y'all gonna fuck with him. Man, we don't wait in line, cuz we'll buy a CD, cuz just go get a box, cuz we just get them. I'm like, I'm finna get on. So I leave. So I'm telling Joe the story, and I'm like, yeah, like I said I could see like it was a scare moment for them, right? I think they might have been scared because again, this is all them on the port, all the homies, all the PJs, is number older niggas. Mind you, they out in front of the VIP. It just looked like a bunch of gangbangers. But it's Ice Cube, bro. So they fans. So I'm telling Joe the story, and I'm like, yeah, I think he was scared, cuz, but you know, I get it. You know what I'm saying? He don't know them niggas. Ice Cube took that as if I'm saying he was scared of me.
Mm.
And I don't think he genuinely took it because he thought he was scared of me. I think he was protecting his brand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he got to though.
But I'm not assaulting his brand. And this is my problem, right? I'm just authentically explaining what was explained to me.
You are for sure assaulting his brand.
I'm not.
If you come out and say Cube looks scared, flustered,
But he
that's
did
assault-
look
that's a-
scared and flustered.
It don't
That's
matter.
the truth.
It don't matter if it's the truth or not. But you are assaulting his brand, even if it's the truth. If his
Nah.
brand is, we looking at him like Doughboy, we looking at him like Cube,
Listen,
all that Predator, all this
listen,
shit.
listen.
You come out, Cube looked a little flustered on this.
No, I explained that to Joe.
Okay,
I didn't tell the homies that.
so how did he get back to Cube?
Because
Joe
Joe
Budden
posted.
Because he was streaming. He was streaming.
Yeah, it went over your head. Oh, man.
Yo, bad. Hey, Joe Bad got you.
Coach, you got to keep that helmet on, Coach. Coach, you
I
got to keep
didn't
your
know
helmet
he
on.
was streaming. It's not like I was in an interview explaining the story.
You thought you was just talking,
I'm
just
talking
open it
to
up.
Joe Budden.
Regular
I
conversation.
thought he was on his laptop at the table. I didn't. What the fuck? I'm not assault. And this is
So
my
he snuck
point.
a stream. He stuck a streaming on you. He snuck a streaming on you.
Think about it. No, it's not. It's not. And I don't want to make him. I interrupted what he was doing on his laptop.
Mm-hmm.
Did he tell you he was streaming?
No, they didn't call it that.
He should have been like, yo,
I'm recording something.
Yeah. Watch what you know what I mean?
He's
Max
Joe
is
Budden.
saying
He
crazy
probably
about Cube
I'm
right
thinking I'm
now.
talking to him off the record, but even then, off the record, I'm not disrespecting Q.
But you know, Joe been COE. He been COE though. You know what I'm saying? He probably was. He knew what he was doing.
I didn't know. Feel me? I didn't know, bro.
Come on now, Trap,
again,
tell him.
So again, like so when Q said that, he lashed back, right? Nigga, I ain't scared of the niggas. Mind you, we had this New West shit going on. So he already, they all the legends not feeling that. Feel me? It's what it is. So I never in my life, even when Q was starting to say negative shit and saying little shit like, oh, nigga, he talking about you the water boy, nigga, like he was talking shit. It's Ice Cube, bro. How am I going to this? I don't even know you, nigga, and I'm a fan. This just looks stupid. That's always been my attitude.
Is Ice Cube a gang member?
No.
I
don't think so. Yo,
but do you understand his position though?
No.
You don't understand.
No.
So even I know you didn't do it on purpose, and I know you just got caught streaming.
I understand why you no, because if you did some shit and it happened that way, I'm not disrespecting you. I would rather you come to me, hey man, don't put me out there like that. That's
so you think Cube should have came out and be like, that nigga's right, I was flustered.
No, he could have called me and checked me. Hey, G, don't be speaking on me like that. But when you make it publicly and you start to try
but your shit was public.
It wasn't.
It was.
But it was public by default.
No,
it was public
yeah, but
by
he don't know.
default.
But he don't know it was default though.
He knew or not.
He don't know it was default.
It was
Coach got tunnel vision. Trap.
See, the problem is the problem with glasses. You don't understand. When you are an honest person out here,
it was public.
Hold on, listen. The world can't handle it. Rule number 3: you can't keep it too real for people at the class.
Wait a minute, what's happening right now?
Not displaying. I'm just
was
being
it not
funny.
streaming? Was he not? Was Joe Budden not streaming?
Streaming? I never heard of that.
Okay, I'm not. Okay, I get it.
So no, I didn't have it publicly. No, I wasn't on camera. No, it's not. I didn't do it publicly. The conversation was happening, and I didn't know it was public.
Okay, you definitely did it publicly. No, I'm saying you did. Not you didn't know it was public.
So let's
you
say
didn't know it was.
Let's say you in the confines of your
No, hey, fuck this. Hey, because it happened to me with you. So you was up in there, you was on your live. I didn't know you was on your live. And I come in there, I'm sitting down on your thing. You start talking. We start talking about
pumping gas.
No, we start talking about we talking about everything, a lot of shit. And then we start talking about if being gay in movies make you gay in real life.
Yeah.
I'm giving my free thoughts on this shit.
That's not you doing publicly though, Coach.
But you're live.
It's still not you doing it publicly.
Yeah, but if
yes, he did it publicly. He's the one that exposed.
No, but I'm the one talking. That shit gonna come back on me. Like if somebody,
but that's not you doing it publicly. That's me fucking up, not telling you, hey, we're live.
Okay, but it is. Glasses.
I'm not saying
I get it. I
It
get
ends
all
up
the
public.
public,
It ends
but
up
it ends up
public.
being
It's
public.
about
You
the
doing it
intent.
publicly.
It's
Yeah.
about who
And
had the
it's important.
intent.
Like if something's happening in the confines of your house and the window open, they can't charge you with nudity if you walking around in your house naked. Your windows is open. People looking in your windows. It's different. So just listen. So he kind of Cube just start going bad. You know what I mean? Like I still never allowed him to force me into a place to disrespect him.
That part, because he didn't know.
Because I don't know you and I'm a fan. This is dumb.
And I get you. I get that from you. Getting to know you, I get that that's the type of dude you are. But Cube, he might not be the same type of guy you are.
Yeah, right here. Here she is.
Oh, good.
Go out there and take care of your
That's
business.
okay. It's okay.
Couple minutes. No worries. So, long story short, it's like, no, I'm telling you, I don't want to get caught up on that. The point I'm saying to you is with like that, I was explaining it and I dealt with it. It didn't matter how I felt about it. Like I had to deal with it. And I still never let Ice Cube push me to say something disrespectful about him.
So you never made no records back or anything?
No,
Mention
not
it?
one.
But Glasses, I'm telling you, man, you the last of a dying breed. A lot of niggas ain't built like that.
I'm not even
These
talking
niggas'
about
egos be fragile.
even like with Drake, like if I saw him, I could stand on everything I could say.
You gonna have to too.
And see, this is my point.
Drake
And
don't want
and
nothing.
this is my point, right?
Dang, Drake stunt dummy be popping it for Drake, don't he?
Days
You gonna have to,
Brigade.
dude. When
Days
Drake catch
Brigade.
Glasses ass.
Just shout out to Lucky Lawrence. She said, Glasses, you got caught on Joe Budden Ustream dissing Ice Cube. And that's how people think. They're not thinking what's really going on.
Yeah.
They just saying something. And I'm like, bro. And then what happens is that energy creates something different in other people. Like it can't create nothing in me because couldn't nobody, like right now, all them people that's fans of Kendrick felt like they was, critiquing me, talking about Dre is your boy and he did this.
Yeah.
I don't give it. You can't force me. I'm stern in who I am and my beliefs. That's what I expect from everybody else, but I would expect it to come from information and experience.
Yeah.
So
You feel me?
People don't go on
Cube
fact.
resolve
no
it?
more.
Yeah, so that ended up being
Y'all crazy over here.
What?
Y'all crazy.
So you guys resolve it,
y'all
though?
believe y'all with this?
Oh yeah. I'm with the intent. Like the intent. I understand the intent. You're missing the whole intent.
You know what y'all fail to realize is that the reason why, if you make an argument and you can back it up, you can't do nothing but respect the facts of what it is.
I respect everything G is saying, and G is the intent was not there. I get it, guys. I understand that, but if it's live, it's live.
Yeah, but
He
you have to
didn't
have
know.
the intent to know that you're
It
trying to
doesn't matter
express
if he
that.
know. Dude,
publicly.
okay, so do you think G you should have went out there live
Now
Since
about
you got caught
accountability.
accidentally live? Do you think you should have went live and apologized?
Or wait a
live?
minute, hold on.
Okay,
Hold
let me
on,
ask this
hold
question.
on,
Let me ask this
Accountability,
hold on.
though, right?
Hold
Back
on,
to the
bro.
accountability.
Let me ask this question. If you knew you was live, would you have said the same thing?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, fuck it. What are we talking about?
Yes.
What are we talking about? It's Glasses.
That's what I'm about to. I'm about
We
to
know
say
how
that.
he is.
You can hear
The
me,
end
Jay?
result was gonna be the
You hear me?
same.
The point
But-
is
but-
that
and
why
you
don't
would
people
have
have
disrespect him.
accountability?
I
You
didn't
gotta have
You not hear me?
accountability.
You not hear me,
I didn't
Jay?
diss him.
If I
I
tell
just
you,
called him a bitch.
I never called him that.
Okay.
I never called. If
How-
you really
if
hear
you-
the complete story, it's way worse. Again, I'm being generous.
At the end of the day, if people
I'm telling
say
you the
how they
truth on
truly
Olivia. Like if I told you exactly what
No,
happened,
we don't want the true
it'd be
story
different.
now.
No, don't do
Yeah.
it now. Don't do it now.
It's
Don't do that.
for.
at the end of the day, people have to be careful how people experience you. And if people tell the truth on how they experience you, that's not however they experience you is how they experience you.
Experience you
Yeah.
in
And it's not
small
all
doses.
A woman could say that.
Gotcha.
and it's nothing I could really
Woman can say
do.
that.
So like I'm saying, like what I'm saying to you is I didn't do it publicly because I wouldn't sit down and talk about Ice Cube publicly in some interview. Like it would only be the type of fan I am. You get what I'm saying?
So you did do it publicly, but you didn't intend to.
No, it happened. He was recording it. I wouldn't have talked about Ice Cube publicly. Like when we would talk about all of those guys at that time, I really would control it into what I'm saying. And then I still, even what he said and how he responded and was negative about it, it's not what I said. I never one time said that man was scared of me. I don't know him.
Mhm.
I'm a kid. Why the fuck would he be scared of some kid?
How old were you at the time?
Probably 24.
Okay.
Like he's a grown ass man. I didn't think he was scared of me. I'm saying the circumstance and situation was different for him. He didn't know all these people. It's some gang member walking in the back of a store saying it's a bunch of other gang members who you saw out front wanting to talk to you.
All right, let me ask you a question. Say the shoe was on the other foot.
I did it 1,000 times, but I'm also not Ice Cube. And obviously that can be why I'm not as successful as Ice Cube. I didn't went outside. First off, I didn't went outside in Inglewood, and it'd be like in a squad meeting, it'd be 100 bloods. I didn't did all of this. Everything that was, I went to New York, shot a video with 300-400 niggas from Crips and different people I never knew in the middle of New York. I fuck with black people all the time, but I'm also not. Ice Cube got millions and millions of dollars. It's 1,000 things going through his mind that makes his circumstance different than mine.
Is that why you said later on in life you realize, you know, like, okay, I see how he sees it, even though I don't agree with it?
I still think he wrong.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You see how he did it, but even though you don't agree with it.
Yeah, I don't agree with it. I think he used me as a way to just market his thing. I don't think he.
So you think he used you for marketing?
So there's two things. So I will tell you what I do think.
Okay.
I think at that time I'm fucking with Mac 10, so he thinks Mac is gassing me to insult him.
Is this when him and Mac 10 was going through their little situation?
They have never stopped.
Mac 10 and Cube got something going on?
They ain't talked in 20 years.
Right.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the fuel. Oh, this is the little nigga Mac 10 sign. Mac 10 got this nigga dissing me.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not dissing him.
And the second one said there's two things.
Two circumstances.
So the first thing is the Mac 10 thing. The second thing is we had built our movement. The New West movement was built because at that time, the heritage, the legacy acts that we grew up buying their music our whole life didn't support us.
Because they wasn't from where you was from.
It's not that. It was just, I don't know. Like
just a disconnect.
When I finally talked to Snoop, okay, so even Snoop, right? Because this was with all of them. What happened was we started this movement called the New West.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably the prime suspect, story of my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
We started this movement. Me, Bishop, Mike Stroh, this our movement. We putting it together. We coming up.
Okay, before you give us a story, Glasses, I just want a quick question. Did any of y'all music, did any of y'all diss, not you, did any of them diss any of these?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
right.
but I'm just going to get to that. So what happened was we started this New West movement, right? And it was just really because the veterans didn't really take to us. They wasn't like inviting to us. So we were forced to build our own. And it got bad to where people would be like, well, why don't Snoop or why don't Cube? Or, you know, interviewers would say that. And it did start being frustrating because you really didn't have this connection to something you felt you belonged to. So we was like, oh man, we're going to just separate ourselves. We're going to call this shit New West. We're going to do our own thing. We're going to help each other. We're going to go to each other concerts. We're going to do the most for each other. We're going to make it crack. So we started this New West movement. It, Nip, Rock, J-Rock, all the homies, everybody started getting down with us, right? Also, people that had bad experiences, like Topic, and different people who had bad experiences with them. You know what I mean? It was like, so they energy was coming across behind ours versus ours. Well, ours is like our shit. We just doing it our way.
But you did say some of them people dissed some of the older cats though.
Sure, I agree. Which I get the hate for the New West, and I get the hate for Glasses as what they call the New West president.
Yeah, okay, exactly. So
I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm cool with that.
If you get into it with somebody on the internet right now,
traditional gang,
and they come, no, I'm talking about I ain't gangbanging or none of that shit. But if they come up in here and they have words with you and all that type of shit,
so you got a problem with everybody.
Yeah, he got a problem with everybody in the room at this point.
We're gonna have to squabble up, coach.
I'm not tripping with that. I'm not tripping with that. Right? Cool. So that's how it started. So then fast forward, you know what I mean? As we start meeting people, right? Boom, we working it out every time. So Snoop called me for a meeting. And I'm at the Akon video shoot. No, he tried to give me for a meeting, but at that time, honestly, my feelings hurt. I didn't even want to fuck with him no more. I was just mad. I didn't like that. I felt like that's crazy. Like, nigga, I've been buying all y'all music my whole life, and y'all niggas ain't even gonna say congratulations. I didn't need him for a deal. I just felt you just felt on your own.
Yeah.
It don't matter if it's right or wrong. You just you tied into this legacy.
Yeah.
Imagine you like a big deal in New York and Jay-Z never says what's up, or you like a big deal in basketball and Michael Jordan, like I see you, like you could feel some kind of way.
Feel like LeBron, huh?
Because you really coming up behind them that there should be some embracing.
He was LeBron.
No.
I get it.
So the point I'm getting now, Coach, it's like, so when we started this movement, like that's what was happening. So like with Dogg, it was different, right? Dogg felt some kind of way, you know what I mean? But you know, he tried to meet with me. I didn't want to meet with him because I was mad. I was over it at that point. Like it had been years, and they made me do all this shit by myself. And cool. We finally ended up meeting at an Akon video shoot, and I just told him what I thought. I'm like, bro, y'all, like, these are the niggas that y'all music raised. Like, how would you just act like they don't exist? Like, you know how big it is for you to tell a nigga, hey, I see you keep doing your thing. That's the difference between a nigga going to life for murdering somebody, for robbing something, bro, and trying to keep doing music. Feel me? That's how me and Snoop in exchange went. Since then, we've been building. Same thing with Q. When we finally, so he did all of the shit. I never let it get to me. Like it bothered me, but I never let it publicly come out. I never disrespected Cube. I never got any foul. I still just carried myself like a player until I got close enough to when I knew we could fight.
Okay, I like see. I like the Thunder. Okay, he just made me convince me that I like the Thunder now. You just convinced me. You know, they're the Sonics little guys. You know, I used to be mad because they moved and went somewhere else and stuff. But he convinced me as the old
I would tell you right now.
So you
he
buying
about
your time to sneak Ice Cube.
So you
no, I wasn't gonna sneak.
You just buying your time
I
to
wasn't
get in the
gonna
room.
he was gonna lean on Ice
Like,
Cube. He was gonna lean on him.
What up with that fair one? That's what you.
That's really how I felt. Because it's like you insulted me, you saying stuff. I can't disrespect you, Ice Cube.
What did he
Like,
say?
I'm not finna rap against Ice Cube. Nigga, I know I sound like a fucking fan.
Kanye getting the same attention too, right?
Well, from who?
From you.
I'm not giving Kanye no attention.
No, I'm saying when you get in that room with Kanye getting the brakes beat off him, right?
Oh, that's totally different. Yeah,
Okay.
that's going.
Okay.
That's
I'm just making sure.
Okay, let's go back to Jay Prince.
You can't lay your hands on
I'm gonna
Kanye,
loop it back to this.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me?
Huh?
You hear me?
Yeah.
No, not really.
not really.
No, not really. What you say, Trev?
You underneath the pillow.
I said you can't. I said, you can't hit Kanye, man. You can't
Yes,
lean
you
on
can.
Kanye, man.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can. It's okay. You're men. We men.
I'm good
So,
now.
the point is, so I finally got a chance to get with Cube. We was both doing a concert somewhere in Ohio. I'm doing a car show. They doing an after party. I walk in there. I'm tripping, and that was the day kind of Dub C kind of really rest in peace to Crazy Tunes, because that's who was from the fight. Me and Crazy Tunes was from the fight. And then Dub C broke it up, and Dub C was a nigga like that. Nigga really like you know what I mean? These niggas raised me, so Dub C is like the cloak, like nigga. This is my guy as far as like niggas. Like I feel like his album.
Dub C seemed like a cool nigga,
bro. That
Man,
nigga, when I tell you, he grabbed me by my shirt and just made me feel like a little ass kid, man. Like a little ass kid telling me how the business work and all of that. And that day, that's when I realized that this was the entertainment business. You know what I mean? Not saying it's just a bunch of shit. It's just I cannot conduct myself the same way I did in the streets that I did in the music. It's different.
So why people think that the streets is the music?
The artistic expression of the streets culture is what the business is.
But they think that's just like entertainment. That's not the streets. They just emulate.
But they're not to get.
They just
blurred.
emulate the streets.
No, it's not that. Like I think Ice Cube very much is a product of 111, but he's also a amazing poet and a person that could document street urban culture in this unique way. So it's a reason he's been rich and shit and successful since he was 16, 17 years old. You know what I mean? He's not just some run-of-the-mill nigga like, you know what I mean, that's making rap songs, or some nigga that just was thugging and fucking up his whole life.
He
You
ain't
know
no
what I mean?
regular
Really just
hippity-dippity
brilliant.
rapper.
Yeah, Shakespearean type of motherfucking artist.
Mm-hmm.
And you not knowing that because you just digesting the conversation. You're not paying attention to the artistic merit going into the shit and all of this old shit. You just like, you know what I mean? You like, okay, this nigga just like us.
Okay, so because we've talked before, and go back to the internet, having people thinking they know people and all that type of shit. But there's never been anybody who you never met before, and you heard their songs, you like that, you like their songs, you think they good musically, and then you meet them and you be like, oh my god, this shit.
That didn't happen till really mid 2015.
Because I'm saying, like,
Yeah, that's
You
what
have
people
made that
have.
song.
2015.
you made that song Tupac Must Die.
Yeah.
And if I would have met you when I was 17 or 18, I probably have been like, man, what the fuck wrong with you? But when the first time we met, I asked you, I was like, hey, what's up that song? And when you explained it to me, I instantly got it because I was a grown man. By that time, you know, you ain't think. I used to love Tupac. That was my favorite artist and all that kind of stuff.
Everybody's favorite
Yeah,
artist.
exactly.
Sure.
So when you hear stuff about him when you're young, you be like, oh, but now when you get older, you start understanding that this is a man. You know, a man make mistakes. He ain't
I
perfect.
don't even know if he made a mistake.
That was a mistake, bro.
Talking about Q?
I think that was a mistake.
Pac.
I think that was a mistake.
I don't think that was a mistake.
Nah.
I think if a nigga bail you out of jail, you can't get out. You got a double platinum album. You doing bad. You can't get out of jail. Some niggas come bail you out of jail, make you a millionaire overnight, give you every resource, put you to star they label. Niggas in the streets embrace you and doing everything. You probably gonna take on their plight.
But you also gotta understand what you are though, and know that it's other niggas who'll do that. Like you don't.
Why would he think he's that when? Why would he think he's that when he just couldn't get out of jail? He just had a double platinum album.
It's young niggas around him who.
Coach, just listen. 12 months ago. 12 months ago, not even a full 12 months ago, he couldn't even get out of prison.
Yeah, I think it was to the point where Pac would have ran through a brick wall for Suge at that time, man. You know what I'm saying?
And it's not just for Suge, for everybody.
For anybody that was part of that whole situation.
There was also niggas who would have ran through brick walls for him.
Like,
he was fast.
Like as if
you see how
I
know he died. I know he died, but living is overrated. Because I'm gonna tell you what, that nigga didn't do nothing that I think is crazy.
You said, say that one more time.
Living is overrated if you're gonna live like a punk, or if you living just to survive.
I don't think he was. If he didn't be the first nigga to bomb on him, I don't think he would have been living. Nobody would thought Pac was a punk.
It's not about that's not, and this is what I'm saying.
Yeah. But I get what you're saying, though.
It's not about public perception. I'm talking about the mind. The mind of people. You a 24-year-old man. You can't get out of jail.
And you make a lot of mistakes at 24. I've made some of my most mistakes.
I'm not saying
I ain't never. When I was young, I was facing prison a lot.
We talking about the stress of not being financially able.
Yeah, but still, we made a lot of mistakes when we was young and financially.
I don't care
unstable.
what we saying. If somebody bails us out of prison on a case, make us a millionaire overnight.
You not doing that today. If somebody bailed you out right now and made you $1 million overnight, you being the G you are at your age, your big age of 40, whatever, you're not going to go run.
You gotta think he was 24 years old though, bro.
Free. Birdman right now came and got me. Birdman came and got me right now and said these niggas tripping. This off what he did a long time ago. Man, G, these niggas tripping. Let's go right now. Right, what? Let's go right now.
Go bomb. Just run up and go bomb on the foot.
Where they was at?
All right, nigga, you tripping now.
I'm coming too, Birdman.
You tripping now.
I'm coming too.
You tripping.
He done changed my life. That nigga could come get me right now. I'm like, man, these niggas tripping. G, let's go right now. Watch out. Let alone, I'm Tupac's age. I'm 24.
At 24, I get it.
They bailed me out of jail. I got a double platinum album. Nobody, the label won't even bail me out of jail. It's only a couple $1 million.
So at
$20 million.
24, there's no mistake that you made at 24 that you wouldn't make now.
It's not a mistake. You asked me what I think differently.
Hindsight, you for sure know it's a mistake.
Yeah, but he didn't make a mistake. A mistake is something he shouldn't have done. He did what
he shouldn't have done this.
Yes, he should have.
He was 20.
Yes, he should have.
You tripping.
He had to do it because he took on that persona.
It's not even no. He ain't got bail you out of jail. The man in jail with a double platinum album, it's only $1.5 million to get him out and maybe $1 million for attorney. They won't even get him out of jail. He can't get out of jail. He one of the most recognizable music artists in the world at this point. You know what I mean? Like not like where he's at now, but I'm saying he was a multi-platinum success with smashing records at that time.
Movie star.
Yeah, and if he's not a movie star quite, like he is for sure a black movie star.
In the hip hop in the black community, he is the star.
And I get all that. But I think the biggest thing that happened there, he was 24 years old. Trap.
What's up?
Trap, can you hear me?
You think about like overall?
Can you hear? So at right now at your age, Trap, somebody do all this shit for you right now. You going out and kamikazeing?
I always felt as if when it came to Pac, it was the fact that he felt like he was down with a community of people that was right down for him.
Man, that nigga got the family he wanted, and he
got the family he wanted.
And so I agree with everything you said.
So I don't think it's a mistake. You said specifically mistake. Should he have did it? That depends on who you are as a person. I'm telling you right now, Stunner Man, go give me right now some nigga tripping. I'm gonna drop his shit.
Wait, Coach, right now, if you run up and still dropping niggas like that, man, you gotta slow down.
Coach, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Coach, I just met you and stuff, and you cool. Right now, if you came to me and said, hey man, I need you over here, I'm gonna go off the top. If something's not right, I'll deal with you later on about, man, why you put me in that position and shit. But I'm gonna come.
That's how people make
I'm
it.
gonna come.
Okay, so look, and see that, and that's
now,
another
right
thing.
now.
So when I was younger, out of my friends, I was the nigga who niggas came in. Oh, hey, something just happened. Come on, Will. Just go. As I got older, I started understanding what friends I could do this for. Like, hey, this is hey, you.
But I'm telling you,
right
Suge
here,
and Death Row was probably those people
right
you
here.
do that for.
Yeah.
You know.
Suge and
No.
Death Row
Those would have been the friends. I'd have been like, hold up.
Suge and Death Row
I
was
started understanding like niggas who
People
just,
call on you for $500,000.
No.
We're squabbling up.
You
So
can
yeah,
call on me, coach. I'll be there.
hey, I start understanding who
That's right,
who
King.
is bringing this into their life. This is how they live their life, and they just in trouble every goddamn day.
you
And-
cool, coach. But if I had to pick between you and Suge and them, I'm riding for sure. $500,000. Give me out of bail. Give me a millionaire.
Hey, and your
He
ass gonna be
coulda-
dead, and your ass gonna be dead the next day.
Shit.
I mean, the next that same
But
night.
some people you will.
I mean, you ain't gonna be able
people
to spend that. You ain't gonna be able to spend one of the dollars.
Dying is overrated.
Should been blocking in the
Dying
bullets
is-
for your
dying
ass.
is
Dying is
underrated.
very
Dying
overrated.
is underrated.
No, overrated.
A lot of things
Y'all
happen to
niggas
death.
tripping. This is a bunch of niggas with no kids. I see.
No, I got
I got
There you
children.
go, coach.
But
You
it's
might have
the
one there,
principle of
coach.
just
You might be right
Grandkids.
with that, coach.
Listen, now maybe if he had
Me and
kids,
Trap think differently.
maybe if he had kids, it's a different decision.
yeah. But I think even with kids,
You know,
it's not.
like he could sacrifice whatever he thought for his kid. But
Yeah.
I don't think Pac made a mistake. I think Pac did what he was supposed to do, and everybody in that situation did what they supposed to do. That's how it happens. So that's just where I'm at with it. You feel me? Like it's not just that, it's a lot going on where somebody kind of embraces you and they make you a part, and you go from being invisible to somebody making you the centerpiece of everything.
But I understand
Can't
what you're
imagine
saying,
what that
coach.
feels like.
He could have made a better decision, but you know,
You
And I don't even
it
think-
happens.
What would be the better decision? I'm making money. Let me just fall back.
Well, there's a whole
No,
totality
who
of
supposed to-
events that happened to make this story complete.
I-
It just wasn't one
Made a
thing.
decision.
What was the
Supposed to make
decision?
the
So let me get
was-
this right.
No,
So
no.
let me get
Suge
this
was
right.
supposed to make the decision, bro. Suge supposed to be like, yo, bro, fall
Suge
back,
couldn't
bro. We
even
got
catch
this.
this nigga.
That nigga was.
Yeah, I see how he pushed past everybody. He ran past
They were
everybody.
trying not
With
to run
shoes
because they
on,
were
with
in the
hard bottoms,
casino.
with hard bottoms.
The fact that Suge gets grief in this is crazy to me. There was no way Suge could have called Pac.
He was
He
right
could've
behind him,
screamed.
though.
And
Man, he
mention
ran
Suge-
over there.
And not to mention Suge is young. Suge is
Suge is-
30, younger than me now. Suge is like 31. And he's on some shit too. He's on some shit too. He's trying to use his business to kind of do his thing, and he putting himself out there. This is what you do.
They say Suge extorted people.
No, that's that bullshit too.
Mm.
Suge didn't have to extort people. Suge, like people felt like Suge hung Vanilla Ice over the balcony for some money. No, Suge went and got somebody's publishing back that they took. But nobody know that because when you tell the story of a black man, oh, you shaking them down.
The black man ever did anything wrong to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Not those.
Not those.
But so basically he shook him down for what was already took.
No, he took back something that they took. This
Robbed the
business
robber.
been taking shit from people the whole time. You
True.
got one brother that's trying to pay people and get shit back. He got Mary J. Blige them out of bad deals. Man, them people, that dude did so much right by people and nobody never talk about it because all of the internet stories, yeah, he was cheating this person. Man, don't know exact play like him. None. I'm telling you right now, Snoop tell the truth, Dash tell the truth. If corrupt, they'll all tell the truth. Man, he was paying them dude. He kept Suge be in prison. They were trying to put Snoop in prison for life. He didn't even pull no trigger. The security guard protected him and saved his life, and they're trying to put Snoop in jail for murder.
You know what the crazy thing is? I would have to agree with you because it seemed like the older Snoop get, the more his stance changed on his and Suge relationship. It's like he's starting to soften some of the
He
stuff
bounced
said
back
about-
and forth, though. He bounced
Yeah.
back and forth.
No, that's because everybody's trying to defend ego.
Yeah.
Everybody, even with all this money, they trying to defend ego.
Yeah.
You know, that's the problem when you come up in this street urban culture thing. Your ego be way out of it.
Yeah, that's
For
fine.
years, it's been your most
Mhm.
valuable asset. You forget you don't even need it no more.
So do you? Okay, going back to you running up on niggas. Do you think that now that you in your 40s, you don't think your ego has deflated a little bit, or you understand that it don't have to be all about ego?
It's not
You
ego.
gotta let
None of
ego
my
go.
decisions are ego.
Okay.
The reason
You
I
gotta
would
let
knock
ego
somebody's
go.
head off and stun a man right now had nothing to do with ego. He changed my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think street urban culture is just fueled by likes from the very beginning?
Mm,
Fueled by-
good question.
Likes.
Like people like
you
You said when you say
Even
ego,
before,
man,
he said
you
even before the double
liking
tap.
you, people-
Well, when you don't have, so when you limit it on opportunity and resources, everything you earn with is reputation. and ego.
Because I'm not talking about social media. I'm just talking about
I'm
before
talking about,
that.
that. I'm talking
Yeah.
about girls who give you play because your reputation.
So like it was always based on likes.
If you fronted somebody some dope, they'll pay you back because
Yeah.
of reputation.
Yeah.
If whatever you do, everything you get in this bullshit, when you pour, you come from this environment that hip hop come from.
Mhm.
You feel me? You know what I mean?
Curse now?
All this shit, like that shit is different. That's how you earn. It's
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Look,
Like,
this guy posted
this is their
something
only
yesterday.
resource until you realize there's more. So it wasn't
Yeah.
ego that made Pac take off. Ego is not Pac. Then nothing happened to him.
Mhm.
He was really down with them brothers.
Yeah.
Like, and if you don't understand why he was down, this is what I'm explaining. Because everybody like, why would he be down with them? I don't know. They came and got him out of jail when nobody else would get him out of jail.
Mhm.
They came and gave him a bunch of money. He was able to take care of his family, right? He was able to get the best of the records. His records, the biggest records in the world. He got a #1 a song in the world. That was Dr. Dre's song, and he gave it to him. Yeah, he whipped them boys all the way down to the T.
As he should have been.
And I respect it. I'm not saying living obviously wasn't the greatest thing on Pac's mind. I mean, if you listen to every record, living was not the most important. How he lived was everything, and I can relate to that.
I don't know, man. I do think as you get older, you start valuing life a little differently.
And you start living for other people.
And you do, and that's facts. That's a big fact. Like, you
Or
do
it
start
could be
living
the
for other
opposite.
people.
Some people start living more for themselves if they've lived for others most of their life. We all go through a transition of evolving.
A lot of my decisions is based because I don't have kids.
That's true.
And that's why I
Mhm.
want you to have a kid. So glasses, go on, let's speed that up. Go on.
Well, if I have a kid, then I wouldn't be glasses no more.
And then you would
I think
evolve
you
into
still
a
be
different.
glasses.
You
Why
would
not?
evolve your thought
Why
process.
not?
in the same
Because
way.
I
thought
couldn't be that
process.
selfish.
And you know the crazy thing
Exactly.
is, no,
That's what-
glasses
that's-
is,
yeah.
glasses is friend. Glasses
You're
is
not
great,
even
a
that
great
selfish
father. He'd be
anyway.
a great daddy. Exactly.
I'm not saying I
This
would
nigga
be a
talk
great
crazy.
father, but I'm telling you, I wouldn't be
wouldn't-
glasses. No more.
You
Yeah, you
can't
would
be
be
selfish
able to
when you
do
have
that.
kids.
It would be the evolution of glasses.
That is
You would
not
still
it.
be glasses.
Yes, you have a
can-
little
can evolve. I know
glasses.
that sounds crazy.
You know, you have a
You
little
can evolve
glasses
because
out here. So
Your ass shouldn't be running and try to see me growing up now. I know that I shouldn't put none of my friends in positions like that. Like I wouldn't even put none of y'all in no position where y'all have to run up and try to bomb on no niggas for me and none of that kind of stuff. That shit is crazy.
I don't think, but Birdman wouldn't do the same.
Okay, exactly. So you wouldn't even be in that
But there's a
situation.
difference
I'm
between
not
a choice
disagreeing.
and saying
just
I'm
telling
riding
you-
with my friend.
I'm just telling you what I would do for him.
No, any of my real friends, any especially dudes who I know are got they good heads on their shoulders. If something happened, I know they didn't put themselves in this position. This is a position they found themselves in. And yeah, I'm about to ride for you. I'm about to, but I think that as you get older, you start figuring out who you should be hanging around. Like, all right, this dude's a person I can hang around. This dude's a person I can hang around.
Sure,
Can't fuck with this dude. That's the homie, but can't fuck with you. Like,
No, listen, I'm just telling you, I don't think Pac made a mistake. I understand why Pac did what he did. I don't think it was a mistake. I just think he paid a deadly consequence.
I definitely, after you explained it, I definitely understand why he did it.
When I say
get it.
mistake or bad decision, I'm not talking about being down. I'm talking about when he took off running in front of everybody.
Shit, I don't think
Yeah.
that was bad. I'm
Well,
gonna
you
go
think
get
that-
on these
Yeah, you
niggas.
could slow
Trap.
it down a little bit.
I'm about to go get on
You
these
think
niggas.
everybody
Trap.
let's go get these niggas, or you think
You
he
was ready to
just
go. It was on go
Niggas
time.
did
Go
that to
time.
the
It's called go
I'm
time
gonna
right
show
there.
these
Let's go.
niggas.
that's it.
Mhm.
Show
Hip it,
these
hip it,
niggas.
go on. They mess with the wrong Negro today.
That's the thing, though. He wanted to
Mhm.
show these niggas. He didn't have
I
to
mean, he's
show them nothing.
24. It's not. He didn't have to. He was showing. This is what he believed in.
Yeah, okay, that's
There
different.
wasn't no point to prove.
Yeah, that's
He
okay.
really was on. He was like, "This the timing I'm on.
Mhm.
When you mess with my peoples, I'm all the way there."
Woo.
And now
I get it.
y'all have my back when nobody else had my back,
Man,
and
what?
I'm riding
I'm
for
finna
y'all to
slaughter
the
shit
end.
over
You
this.
feel
I'm
me?
finna spank
When
everything over
I
this.
find that, that's how I'm gonna be. But I just ain't found.
He felt the
Somebody
wrong way with the wrong person.
Somebody
I don't know if it's the wrong way with the wrong person. Pac always worked like he was prepared to die anyway. And he
Oh,
talked
okay.
like dying was coming.
He did.
Okay,
I
but
He
that's
did.
different then.
I believe
Okay,
that.
yeah.
I mean, he was
In that
wondering if
case-
Heaven had a ghetto.
In that case, you're right. He lived his life the right way.
That's just
if
my
that's the
opinion.
case.
But back to the point. All I was saying is, it's like that's how that whole thing happened, right? And by the time it was resolved and Cuban is all good and all of that, right? It's always that energy because it's like people feel that way. You know what I mean? And my job with this stream is to share information. Like, so when people telling me something, if they saying to me like they're judging somebody they don't know, and I'm telling you, like I'm giving you real shit.
So you give him a guidebook then, like
I'm
give
like,
him a
yeah,
guide.
for the most part.
But people
yeah.
want to believe lies now. We live in a society now that even if you give people the truth right in front of them, they rather just believe the lie because it's easier to just believe what's in front of you than have to be accountable to decipher the information in front of you to figure out what's real and fake. So people rather just believe what's in
You
front
can't
of
see
them.
what's in front of you if it's real and fake. They just, like you said, they just believe in.
Yeah, they
bullshit.
rather believe the lies. Like you feel me? It's just
Doesn't matter in
easier
front of you or not.
because when I say it's right in front of you is because we could dig deep and decipher and figure out half the stuff that's right in front of us is bullshit.
Lies are geared to make the other person feel better.
Yes, there you go.
Let's just say that.
People lie to make other people feel better.
Yeah, that's it.
We live in the time of don't nobody want to hear that bullshit, Sharif. Like,
yeah,
if you the way you package, the way you tell, especially the youth now, they don't want to hear it if they feel like they about to learn something from it. It's weird. Like
There's
you almost got to trick them and teaching them.
There's
like,
no tough love no more. Tough love is over. Like you said,
well, you know, we got
Glasses.
gentle parenting now, so
Tough love is over. Glasses are the last ones that got tough love. You know, now people don't give tough love. They let them just be emotional and you'll work it out.
Well, now when you fall down, people are like, no, don't get back up, stay down there. You need meds. You know, people don't have that tell people to get up no more and keep going and keep pushing.
My mom
and,
told me, wipe your
don't...
knees off, boy, quit crying and keep
no,
playing.
now they just give you meds and they tell you to stay down there.
Let me ask you a question, Glasses. So you said you have you want to come out here and help the people out who listen to the Lunch Table out.
What's the
Do
point?
you feel like you have you have to give your message out in a way to where they can receive it properly, or do you just or you think you're just gonna give it out the way you want to give it out?
Oh, can I answer this first?
Yeah, answer it.
Okay. It's like, you know, giving somebody cough syrup, you know, help them with a cold.
Too long of an answer for Glasses.
Cough syrup, some cough syrup is bad and you got to force the kid to take it, you know, because your kid don't know better. And he'd be like, I don't like this cough syrup. And what does the parent do? Grab their mouth and push it in. It's the same thing. People is not going to accept the truth. And this is the way of just having to give it to them.
The problem with your analogy,
I think it's
the problem with
different,
your
though.
analogy is the kid is there physically. But with this right here, the kid is not here physically. You can't grab them, open up their mouth, and give.
But you just said this is the closest that
But
people
in
look
reality,
at.
you do.
I think that what you got to do is.
Trap, what you say?
Trap?
I think what you got to do as far as like with the medicine thing is you got to sneak the medicine in the dessert though. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, man. Exactly.
So
I know. I think what it is that
sneaking in dessert.
no, I think that what we fail to realize in life, all we could do is just be accountable for what we do as people every day and just do your part. However you feel, you have to put it out. You have to stay your authentic self. So Glasses has to just give it out however he gives out. And whoever understands it, whoever takes the time to deciphers it. But that's why it's different. It's good to have different point of views on the panel because people just have to explain things in different perspectives for people to understand. But our part is we are force feeding it in dessert. We're sitting here for 2 hours telling all our different perspectives every day. And that's the only thing we can do.
Okay, let's hear your perspective now. Everybody said about Glasses.
He's just gonna say yes.
Yeah, let's hear your side now.
I don't know.
I don't look at this like force feeding though.
I mean, look, the thing
You put
is,
the information out there. They take it.
Yeah, go ahead.
you really have to just, you do it in the method you know how. You can't do it in everybody else's method. I had to do it in the method I'm good at. This is the only way I know how to do it. If I knew how to do it another way, I would. You know what I mean? But the truth is, if the thought of me saying I have a respect from Jay Prince, first off, you need to have respect for me. If you got respect for me because you think Kendrick got respect for me, that's not a right way to have respect for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Again, it's like people. So if I had to offer advice, I would tell people to inquire for more information. Like ask for more. I think hip hop has been around so long, people really think they understand what's going on.
And you wouldn't do it online.
Or no, people just go for the information given to them instead of seeking information. People don't go and research and say, let me see if this is real or not real. People just take what's given to them. So half the time you just take what's given to you, you can't decipher what's for real or right because you're not holding nobody accountable by saying, let me go see, let me go read this. Let me go read
Half
that.
the people can't even go see because they don't even know the people.
No, people just scrolling on Instagram and they just like memes are raising
You
people.
know?
I think if you really seriously trying to help an individual, like one particular person, you don't do it online. Like you try to go do it offline. Like you go behind the scenes, you hit them up, and you do it.
I did that.
I could agree with that.
No,
Coach.
you do it in whichever way you can.
That, but I've done that as well. Like I do that to people because I don't want one thing I try. Like a lot of people get upset at this. like I interact with people on Twitter, even though I know they're purposely there to try to be disrespectful or insulting.
But you got to know you're not about to help them though. Like right now, the lunch table. Like if you're trying to reach the masses, I think this is the way you kind of got to do it. But if you're just trying to get one, somebody like one person, and you know you can reach out to them. If you genuinely trying to help them, you got to go behind the scenes.
I think you have that opportunity as well, but I think you cannot just start to live your life based off what everybody else thinks or is doing too. So like, right, I'm stuck with like, this is what it is. So like, if I'm saying I respect Jay Prince, then I'm telling you he's one of the most respectable people that I know in this business, and you're arguing me like you know him, the dilemma is your ignorance.
Yeah.
But I don't think that you was trying to, it was multiple people talking shit about Jay Prince. Yeah, but if it's multiple people talking shit about Jay Prince online, that's how you got to address them.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily about multiple people talking shit about Jay Prince as much as I've noticed that this is kind of the thesis.
Yeah.
People feel like they're aware of what's going on or circumstances based off limited information.
No, for sure.
That's kind of the real point of this whole conversation.
Or for me, I feel like my thesis is like, when I think of this, I think of myself like people have to take the real experience of meeting somebody and knowing them over just what you hear and what you've heard through third party.
The problem is that's not even, we're so far away from that because they don't know none of these people.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that still taking accountability that, you know what, when people say, how could Glasses say that? Glasses could say that because he actually knows the person.
But they don't know that. They're not, it's like, it's deeper, right? It's the reason that I don't get offended. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But now it's like, okay, let me take this time to unpack something that you may not know about this brother. This brother, you're right, this brother don't really have to care about nothing nobody talking about. He well off and straight. But I'm telling y'all will miss really great help from a great person if you're listening to gossip or rumors about somebody. Or even like Lex is saying, oh, their reputation breeds fear. What type of, do you know what type of human being the reputation of somebody would have to be to breed fear in you? And I do agree with Lex. That's the majority of the population, but that's the problem. You trying to get people to understand, you have to stop doing that. Coach, you could have heard a million things. You heard a song and you met me and it's probably almost the exact opposite of what you could think. And a lot of people tell me that all the time. They have a thing about me or homies, period. Anybody from anywhere, like whether it's somebody like Lil Caesar from Families or Big U from 60s or Jay Prince from there or E-Clash from Miami, you hear a lot of stuff because they're no nonsense guys about their business. And you internalize it like that means that they're a threat to your existence. And then this is what happens. We're in this situation now. And that's what I'm dealing with when it comes down to me telling a bunch of people that never met this man, this man is one of the most honorable men I met when it comes to this business.
But I think also the way we've grown up has made us sensitive to people talking shit about guys who people don't know, because we've grown up around the monsters and the people who everybody's scared of, and we know them personally, and we know that they not like this. Like when you meet this dude, like, oh, this dude is a cool dude. This dude helped raise me or whatever like that, and people talking negatively about him, and so you understand it. I think the way you was raised makes you see this in a different light.
But that's what hip hop is all about. We're supposed to be expressing this 1% take on existence. You feel me? We supposed to be. This is what I'm supposed to do as a hip hop artist. I'm supposed to bring clarity to a person like Jay Prince, who I've had experience. Jay Prince, man, I had a concert in Houston, bro. When I tell you them people looking at us crazy, you know who the only person that was standing up showing us love? Jay Prince. Again, if you don't know that, so it's like you won't know that. That's me, J-Rock, all of us. You don't know, like this nigga, like if something happened, he gonna fix the problem. He's not trying to exacerbate a problem. Yeah. But again, the way the internet pushes it, you hear these people's names. But I have that same problem myself, where people hear my name and they automatically associate something wrong. Yeah. Like when she said, when shout out to the homegirl, she compared Big U and Jay Prince. And I'm like, why would you be scared of Big U?
But it just goes to show that like people have to understand that we always don't know the full story of things. And I think that's the problem, that a lot of people just assume things of people that they really just don't know the whole story. Because some of these people are pillars in our community, in our culture, helping things move forward. But at the same time, there's It's always like that. I feel like in this industry, the people that's really standing on business and really doing real stuff, it's the fake people that's controlling the narrative, making people think things about them.
And that's what I'm saying.
That's why we have to speak up.
But that's why hip hop is straight a point.
But we do got to understand that the internet is reactionary. Like you could look at something and have a idea on it in 2 seconds and write it down there and put it in there immediately. Like you don't have to sit there and digest what you just looked at and then think about it and then react to it. You look at stuff and it go.
But it's cool to react. It's another thing to associate that much emotion with it.
But if you don't think about the shit, then you don't know what to.
I mean, like I could not like something, but I don't like what Kanye is doing. I've never one time said I don't like Kanye.
I don't.
But you missing the point. I'm telling you, this is me. He has done 4 things over the last 6 months that I have not liked. Not 4 different times, 4 things that he's constantly doing that I don't like. Yet I have never said I don't like Kanye. Hey. You know why? Because I don't know that motherfucker.
Him suing his dentist for making him an addict to laughing gas is not the 5th one.
I mean, he did that?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know?
No, I didn't know he did that.
Yeah. He's suing his dentist for making him addicted to laughing gas.
That's crazy.
Again, I'm not trying to tell that man. Y'all ain't never one time heard me say I don't like Kanye to this day.
Do you think you have to know somebody to dislike him?
You would either need to have a ton of it. So my personal opinion, yes. I would need to know Kanye to say if I like or dislike him.
Yeah, because you have to experience a person.
So if a motherfucker came out and said they don't like poor black people out of their own mind, you don't know them at all, but they would
I wouldn't like that.
Okay, but you're not saying you wouldn't like them though.
Yeah, no.
You just wouldn't like what they said.
Yeah. And I would clarify that. I don't like with Drake, where people think I dislike Drake. Like I always tell people, go look through my years of tweet. Like I've been tweeting since Twitter was a thing, was when it first came out. History. I've supported Drake in battles. I bigged him up when I first met him. When I thought the world, I showed him love. I was always impressed. I always showed him love. I always spoke highly because he deserved all the praise. And I still to this day show him love and support him and give him all the praise that he deserves. But when he do something I don't like, shit, I tell him what I don't like, or I tweet what I don't like. Same with Dottie. I'll tweet what I don't like. I don't give a fuck who nobody is. I can tweet what I don't like.
So you think Drake new records are tough?
I don't.
No kid.
I think Drake's new record is getting to a place
Baby
where
girl
assembly line. So I'm not as impressed. But I'm also the same person that told y'all in 2000 I didn't like Kanye 2004. None of that early shit neither. Like I wasn't impressed.
2000.
Now that's not to say I can't understand 4, 6. I didn't like. I wasn't like I heard him and I liked the songs. Like that's how I feel about Drake right now. His music right now. That song is more of an assembly line song. There's nothing personal about it. It's not personal. It's just a really kind of run-of-the-mill, catchy pop record.
So when did you realize Drake was a Jewish man that didn't know hip-hop?
So it's different, right? So I didn't know that there was a thing to know at first.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know hip-hop was a thing to know at first.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just listened to the music like everybody else. Like the same, I tell Trap all the time, the same arrogant asshole attitude everybody else had. I've been listening to the records. I saw Breaking in the movie theaters. I saw Crush Groove on tape when I was little. I had LL shit. I heard all of this shit. I grew up in the same shit like everybody else. But I didn't know that hip-hop was a thing. Like I thought it was just music like everybody else. That I didn't know.
That it was a tied to a culture. Was it like tied to a culture?
Yeah, that it was more of an expression of something that was unique.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't, and I still can give Drake credit right now, even with that. Don't have nothing to do. I'm not discrediting him by saying he's not hip hop. I'm saying he does something completely different. The only reason people are fighting me on that is because he's a brother that's rapping. If I tell you Post Malone ain't hip hop, you are accepted. It's easier for people to accept that because they see a brother rapping and they like automatically that's what it is. So again, it's not about you know what I'm saying? It's not about like, do I like him or like him? I have critique. You joined the battle and you suing this man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like that. I don't like that. I still don't dislike Drake to this day. I don't fucking really, I don't know him well enough to have a thing. Like like the things I like, I give credit to. The things I don't like, I critique.
So your judgment is not about him personally, it's just about his actions he be doing.
Bro, like I never called Drake out his name. I never was like, nigga, you let this nigga do. Even when these things was happening to him, when Puff punched on him, when Tip Man pissed on him, I never go look through my Twitter when those things was discovered. I never was like, oh yeah, you was a bitch, bro. I don't even I don't even talk to niggas like that. That ain't how I talk to people. I didn't even think that shit was cool because I'm like, why would y'all do somebody like that that ain't on that timing? Like, you don't get no credit doing something to somebody that ain't, like, if you went out there and slashed some pharmacist, man, that's just some man at the store, I wouldn't look at you like he was tough. I would look at you like, what the hell is wrong with you? That's how I looked at people doing shit to him.
I mean, sorry to say, that's most people who not on that type of time. That's the people who they do it to. Like,
but that's a punk to me. So now shout out to K-Way. Drake got his homies making threats on Dot's life. Come on, G. That's my point. That's what I don't like. So I'll critique it.
So that's not a true story then.
I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, but I'll critique it.
Yeah. Everybody has the right to
So
have
when
an
you read
opinion.
stuff like that, your first thought is this is not true because Jay Prince is not like that, and I know the relationship between Dot.
Well, it's not even that. That particular thing, I'm mentioning my thoughts of somebody that I know personally. And then for people who don't know him personally to tell me about his person is odd.
true.
But I get it. They're on the internet. They see stories. They hear ideas. I don't like how he did this video about Young Boy. I don't like this. I don't like people scared of him. All this stuff that don't matter to me.
So they'll research some bullshit like AI and say this is
I'm
fact.
not saying it's bullshit. It's the depth of their informational pool. They don't
It's
have
a third
the
party.
to see him like I see him doing dope shit. They wasn't there when he invited us out and took us and said, man, anything you need in this business, you let me know. Or friends that I know him, or everybody I know that know him, never said nothing bad about him. Never. Everybody just loves him. Everybody.
But they take one person.
They'll tell me about Mace and Cam going bad on him on the show, and like because he had a conversation about they were talking bad about one of his clients, and then they'll take that and they'll be like, that's another reason because Mace and Cam said they wasn't. Man, that nigga Mace ain't on no motherfucking timing like that. Yeah, it's easy to sit behind these mics and say that crazy shit. It's another thing. Now, Cam is probably gonna say it to your face and gonna be whatever you're gonna do with him. Mace ain't no tripping like that, but again, they make content and people treat the content like it's real. So then they take it and they want to take sides.
But do you feel like the content creators want that type of reaction from the people viewing it?
You said, does the content want it?
The content creators? Do you feel like they want that type of reaction?
But we're not talking about the success for content creators. We're saying, I'm telling them like, hey, don't find yourself a part of that.
Do you, man? That's like throwing a needle in a haystack right there, though. Because I'm just saying, because the internet is so young. A lot of these guys be young on the internet. It's just too quick. You can react too quickly on the internet. You saying that, I get it though. I agree with you too. But just saying that,
yeah, but you can't worry about.
That's an uphill battle.
You can't worry about. It's not a battle that you fighting, right? It's just what it is.
Sure.
I'm not gonna lose no sleep if you don't listen to what I'm saying. I'll lose sleep if I didn't tell you the truth.
I can understand that.
That's what I'm saying. That's
that.
why I said we only could just do our due part and put it out there into the world. And what people do with it and what they do for it, that I could just sleep at night knowing that I could put out something I feel like is exemplary that needs to be in the world. After that, what you do with it is on you.
Yeah. And that's really kind of what it comes down to. So I told her I would have this conversation on the stream. I told her I would have this conversation on the stream and express to her like it's hard because it's like you asking me about somebody I know, you telling me about kind of like a limited information you've took in, you feel me? And then we're having a conversation about what you think. And it's like you don't really know enough. Like you asking me why do I fuck with somebody? And I'm like, well, I know them and I've watched them and people I know them and they watch them and we've all had interaction. And then your stance is like, well, I heard what happened with Young
It's
Boy.
not good enough what you said.
Yeah. What somebody heard is better than somebody's real life experience. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy. Fuck what you just told me. You was there and everything. I still don't believe you.
Because you could tell somebody you was there and somebody would still be like, but no, I had heard through this. And I'd be like, no, I was there. This is really what happened. They will really try to argue your real life experience of being there than not. And I think that's crazy.
It's funny when you hear stories about yourself that never happened.
Yeah, I hear them.
I heard all the time.
That never happened.
This guy told me
Like,
the other day, somebody told him I got 4 kids. I got 4 kids with this guy. He telling me we got 4 kids together. People lie.
All I try to do is just, like I said, when I decided to have a conversation, it was really about like how could I hate Ice Cube? I don't know him. Like, I met him at this point now, but I don't know him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how could I hate him? So even when people thought that at that time, when people say that to me, like homie said in the chat, like, you diss him, like, I've never dissed Ice Cube. I never disrespected Ice Cube in my life. I never disrespected Snoop Dogg in my life.
Let's clear this up. Do you hate anybody? Let's clear this up.
No.
Answer this.
I don't hate nobody. Hate is too strong of an emotion.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Let's get this correct. Like, you don't really hate anybody.
He just don't like a lot of stuff that people do.
Do I hate?
I think he just don't like.
Hate is a strong emotion, man. You can't be.
That's what I'm saying, though. When people say, "Hey," when you said, "Do you hate strangers?"
Sad, we don't really hate people. We just don't like things that people do.
People make you hate people, but do you really hate people? Is there anyone?
I was G on that. Hating somebody with a lot of energy.
Trap said, "Are you a sad?"
Yeah, I'm a sad. Big sad, got the little one.
That's what's up. I'm a sad too.
So, because I don't think you really hate anybody. You just don't like their actions.
That's a lot of energy.
Hating does take a lot of energy.
Yeah, that's
a lot of energy, man.
Yeah. Because if I don't fuck with you, I just turn you off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it's a big difference between hate and dislike too. You
Yeah.
can dislike somebody. You know what I'm saying?
No.
The title says hate though, Trap.
Shout out to Name Brand. Pun was probably playing and said you dissed him. No, but a lot of people really feel like that though. Brand people really feel like I was dissing them. And I'm like, bro, I don't have no songs dissing them. Like, what are you talking? I never dissed them in my life. Like, that shit, I don't know them. You know what I mean? So, like, even that thing getting out of control was more or less like just a sign of the times. And really, to me, you didn't really care. That just was something else that just got him motivated to make another fucking great album.
Yo, for some reason, I think you got to Drake this in the cut, man.
Why the hell have to Drake this?
He's already Trap.
What you think, Coach? What you think, Coach?
I didn't even look at G like no diss rapper. Like, I don't feel like he gonna come out there and diss. This the problem with G. He will never. He got songs where he dissing people, but he ain't gonna never think it's.
Do you got songs where he dissing people?
No.
He got a song coming out where he dissing somebody.
I'm not dissing anybody.
No, he just only tell his
video and making it the song. Okay, that's
shout out to Black October. So Glasses. If Drake puts out his next album and it's all not hip hop but rapping, do you think fans will receive it well after the battle? He gonna have his climb back, but it's Drake, bro. He's one of the biggest artists in the entire globe. Like, he'll be fine, bro. Like, it's not like what he lost in cultural cachet. It don't matter. But
do we think Drake ever gonna get to where he was at though?
No, because he got to a place where he had cultural cachet. Like, he was really, like, people believed it. Like, people still halfway believe it now.
But Drake started imploding. Though. He started committing career suicide. Like, he started doing stuff to himself.
It's not the battle that fucked him up. It's how he deals with everything.
Yeah, I agree. Drake started dealing with stuff like a white man.
No, where he messed up.
I stepped back and looked at the
black and gold hair.
Like a white, like a.
He had them black and gold braids.
Like Dave.
But I'm gonna tell you right now,
brittle spirit.
Let me tell you something right now. Drake drop another Controller remix. Y'all gonna see me singing it this summer. You know what I'm saying? Because he got them summer jams.
Yeah, nigga, shit jamming, bro.
Like, he gonna have them summer pop songs.
I think Drake will be just fine. But what's fucking him up is he keep making something happen to songs. Like, nigga, like, Lord knows if it was possible for you to win this lawsuit, like, that song goes into it, like, you just keep fucking it up. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. It's just tough. He didn't lose his ability to make really good records.
Yo, I think the whole thing came down to, from the jump, it was perfect timing from Kendrick. And people was basically Drake fatigued, though, too. He was in front of people's faces too much. You know what I'm saying? He was sketching too many guys.
It was time, bro.
Sometimes.
But then again, like, what are we really saying? Like, if he put out an album, it's probably going to be number one unless somebody came out that's incredible that week, right? He'll probably make another good record. He'll be fine. Feel me? I don't think that's his problem. I think he's his problem.
He's his biggest enemy right now. Drake is his problem. Drake is Drake's problem. Like, I don't even know if the Drake fatigue was even setting in like that. I just think that Drake lost a battle that I think that the majority of us thought he was going to lose, and he made it worse by doing white man shit.
Shout out to Lex Diamonds.
Doing what kind of shit?
Y'all need help. No comment.
Shout out to Lex Diamonds. But Glasses, see your energy with Joe Budden compared to Ice Cube situation. You wanted to talk with one, but touch the other. Decent compared to monster behavior. It's a little different, Lex. Like, it wasn't like, so Joe was different. I didn't even know Joe. Like I had no idea. Like I never met him. He was just the guy that made some songs that I liked that could rap from Jersey. I didn't know him. I had no idea who he was, like personally. So he said something that insulted me and disrespected me. He insulted my name. I don't play about my name. So immediately my thing was like, well, I'm going to demo him. That's just like gangbanging. I'm going to demo him, right? We're going to demo him so that way niggas know never to play with my name again real fast. So we was already set up. We had the homie at the airport looking for him, go catch him coming in and demo his ass. That was the thought. Feel me? It wasn't no big deal. Cube was different. Like I had to react with Cube because I realized, like, first I had to go listen to the footage to see, wait a minute, did I disrespect this nigga?
Yeah, Cube was different because you was in the wrong.
Well, it's not because I was in the wrong. I don't think I was in the wrong.
Excuse me, here at the lunch table, we do not hold y'all accountable.
She didn't forget that rule. She didn't forget that rule.
She tried to put that woman stuff on me.
Well, actually, I guess we don't hold none of the panelists. Trap, can you back that up? I guess none of the panelists are held accountable around here.
Hold me to accountable. I want to be accountable.
Little accountability, not the big one.
I mean, so Joe was different. He was playing with my name and doing shit, and I was gonna demo him. Cube, it was different.
I was playing with his name.
Well, I didn't really play with his name.
Okay, coach.
I never did. I never said nothing to insult him. Like I just explained the story and didn't know I was being.
So he was flustered. I don't even think dudes want flustered in their name.
I didn't even say that. I didn't even say all of that. I'm telling y'all that in the story.
Okay.
So I just said he was not fucking with niggas. He was scared to come out there to fuck with them.
And you only said that because of the story that he said about Wu-Tang.
It's more why I said it.
And
and I only said it to him because I said it. It's more than why I said that, but that's not important. I'm saying this is what I told him. So again, now if he said, nigga, I wasn't scared of nobody, nigga, you got me fucked up. That's cool too. But when he said it like, this nigga talking about I'm scared of him and he made it about me. And I'm like, nigga, I don't know you. Why the fuck would you be scared of me? Nigga, like, what kind of dumbass shit is that? That's what happened.
That's why
as status, people pick us as it's easier to say you than them. You know what I'm saying? So it happens like that. But I just feel like what I don't understand is like, just like this situation, right? None of us were there. And all of us people can start having an opinion or making points about stuff that we weren't even there to experience. And that's the problem with the world.
Shout out to Black October Glasses. So did Dot really add Drake for the fade like Gina said? Yeah, they said
yeah.
But it's like
I would be interested in that.
He offered him the fade, but that's like standard. Like even when all this was happening, I was telling niggas the same time. Like I was like, bro, like the homie is squabbling right. Like I know this nigga. Like this nigga, I really know him. Like I don't know him like I know Jay Prince. Like I know Jay Prince or Stunner Man. No, I really know this little nigga.
I don't think Dot should fight Drake. I don't think he should fight Drake.
I
think Drake got way too much to fight for now. I think the two energies would be different off in that fight.
It don't matter what he got to fight for.
Drake got so much to fight for.
The homie was squabbling down.
Right now.
Hospital bag.
Is that the front seat?
Yeah.
Hospital bag, coach.
Do you understand what Drake is fighting for?
My homie, listen, my homie different. My homie ain't finna be playing. Drake not like that, bro. I'm not talking shit about him. He just not like that. I'm not saying he ain't learned how to fight. No, he just not like that. It's a different energy. It's a different energy when you've been punched in the face. When you had to fighting it, it's different. Yeah. Like that ain't his energy.
This is like you cheating with a married woman and you trying to fight her husband.
Like it's not because
it's
her
a
husband,
different energy.
Her husband's alone. If her husband's alone,
for love, he's fighting for something more than you fighting for.
Yeah, but it's like if Mike Tyson fought somebody's husband.
Dot Mike Tyson.
You talking about somebody who's been in a lot of fights, who been fighting for a long time, and really been building themselves up to fight.
So you don't think Drake been in some fights?
No. I just named you different stories where he wouldn't fight other people, bro.
And that's the crazy. So he got all that piss in his pants and all that stuff.
So your first fight,
shit build up.
Your first fight should have been against somebody who done fought 100 times. That's the fight you want.
Drake about to go white boy crazy on that.
That means he gonna get knocked out.
You know, I realize that Coach knows that he's great.
He might go Cobra Kai on him. I mean, you don't know.
Great points. Because Drake stand in.
I could see Drake fighting with his face.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, I don't think they're gonna fight. Drake for sure got too much money to fight somebody. You know what I mean? Like,
shit, Dot got too much money now.
Nah, Dot is still gonna fight you. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
I'm telling you the truth. I know it's different. Like, I'm not saying this to take a side because all that. Like, it ain't sides. Like when I'm critical of Dot. Like I didn't be critical of Dot publicly.
I got 3 burritos on Drake.
Covered.
I want to take that bet. I want to take that.
How many burritos you down right now, man?
I got 3-1.
Hold up, Trap, ask him again.
How many burritos you down right now, Coach?
Trap, you a dirty. Come on, man.
I'm just asking a question.
Shifting gears. How many burritos are you down?
2-0. I mean, I see Nick's up 2-0 right now.
I'm down 2 burritos right now, Trap. Hey, but mine too coming back next week.
Thank you, Diamondback. Thank you, Diamondback.
Hey, when the Boston Celtics come back and beat the Knicks, my 2 coming back next week. So hey, I'm down 2, and I know you don't want to hear that, Trap. I know you don't want to hear that.
I'm down 6 now.
I'm down
I'm not a
0-2.
Knicks fan.
Oh, you're not Knicks? Oh, because Trap, I was just about to bet you.
Nah, I'm not Knicks.
Hey, Trap, he about to be 6 burritos down in a minute.
About 4
Well, it
straight
seems
weeks.
like
Nah,
Can I jump in on this coach 7-1?
7-1.
You know,
give it to you. You gotta give it to him.
Coach. Hey, Coach, you see they clowning you, Coach. They said Coach ain't got no burritos to be to bed.
So anyway, not like that, bro. Like, look, I'm just saying Drake never. Look, I'm not sure Drake probably has squabbled something down. I just don't know it.
That's what I'm saying.
You trying to take the rich braids out his head.
Hold up. You didn't see Drake fighting underwater? You see him
underwater.
Them look good.
What?
That video he got where he shadow boxing underwater.
I bet you if you hide, hey, I know how you can make Drake scratch it up. If you hide that braid in here, you hide Drake braid in here, he gonna squabble you up. You hide that braid in here.
I would definitely take 4-1 for Drake. I think I got my money covered. If it was like burrito, 4-1, I got 4-1 Drake.
You gonna eat for the rest of the year off him?
I'm pulling for Kendrick though. I'm pulling for Kendrick.
Covered. Good gambling.
You sound like Glasses with the Lakers now.
Yeah. That's me with the Lakers.
No, Glasses like the Lakers, but
Glasses ain't no Laker fan.
No, Glasses is a diehard Laker
fake
fan.
Laker fan.
But all LeBron fans make it so easy.
One dude don't come on your team and now you hate him. If you're
I
a real
don't hate
Laker
him.
fan.
I just can't really mess with y'all. We can't exist on the same side.
Yeah, I'm waiting for LeBron James to leave.
He killed the Lakers.
I'm just waiting for LeBron James.
Before we get lost real fast, so we get up because there's only a couple more minutes. But what I was saying is, yeah, it's like, yeah, I like the homie just really just do his thing. That's all.
He's gonna tie it in with Big U and Jay Prince.
Oh, but that's what I'm saying. That's the point. It's like people don't know these people when they taking these simple things, and then like Big U, like shit could be wrong, and people just let shit happen to him because they hear rumors. I'm like, I done been around Big U a million times. I've never been scared of Big U. I don't know nobody scared of Big U or nothing. Only people I know that's scared of Big U is people that are straight up cowards.
When I met Big U, I wasn't scared. Scared to
cool
go see him.
But like I said, you also was privy to grow up in that type of environment. Like when you grow up in that type of environment, we know we not people like who grown up in that environment. We not scared of these dudes who people are scared of because we know these dudes. We know dudes like this. I think cool.
Could it be how you meet people and stuff? Because like I said, when I met Big U, he was at his shop.
Football program.
Yeah, he was doing the football programs. He was talking about that, uniforms and all that stuff. It wasn't like, anything scary.
Shout out to Black October. I don't know, Glasses. Drake got him on height, weight, and reach.
That must be for Coach.
Nah, man.
I mean, look.
Hey, well, I take 3 burritos too. What's up?
It's not
I can
like
see Kendrick going spider monkey out there though.
you just gotta
Spider monkey.
It's not that.
Where'd that come
it's
from?
not that, bro. Like y'all talking about somebody who's been fighting their whole life versus somebody that never had a reason to fight.
Correct.
It's just
all
different.
my life I had to fight.
It's like it's different. Like one dude been fighting.
You told
the
Hoppo
whole
to beat
time.
me.
You saying that, but
I can see K Dot have to fight because he's a little different than the average
I
person
done
in the
been with this dude
neighborhood.
and got in the squabble. I
You
know
know?
what he can do. I seen him. Like he
Yeah.
not like some dude you just really gon' you know what I mean? And I watched Drake be in situations and he not gonna like that ain't his thing.
But how much can a dude take though? Like, do you really want to fight the dude that been letting people piss on them and push on them and
I
do
don't
that
know.
type of shit for
If it's their first
15
fight,
years?
yeah, that means you had to fight those 15 years.
I think it's just
I don't want to
important.
fight
You
nobody
have
that
to
been getting
kill
beaten
me,
up for 10 years. But if you won't fight, bro, like they was talking about the story the other day, right? They were talking about the story that happened with Cole and Dot. And people got this rumor that Diddy, this is another thing, right? So they said Diddy, Kendrick and J. Cole stood up for him. And I told him on Twitter, I said, first off, we would maul Diddy. Like if you thought Diddy did something to Dot,
Diddy might like that.
like no, he would like legendary Marlon. That peel his face off Marlon.
Yeah,
It's not gonna be none of that
whips and chains,
all that kizzy and oil. Yeah, this dry,
it's not
my
gonna
boy.
be that.
This is finna be bad.
This dry.
Oh my God.
If he would have put his hands on Doc, bro, nigga would have mauled that. And the nigga's gonna put him in a hospital
Right there on the spot.
On the spot.
Like that's just really dumb. Bro, niggas love this nigga, bro. Nigga gonna do something to a nigga behind Doc. Niggas fuck with Doc. So it's like a nigga would have did something to that nigga. They were arguing and fighting. And forgive me because I know I'm probably not supposed to say it, punching everybody gonna look at me crazy. But the truth is this: they was arguing because the way Cole was acting about the control verse. He had been complaining about the control verse for months. You know what I mean? And Diddy was like, man, why you acting like that? If that was the case, just battle the nigga, go back and forth with the nigga. He just looking at Cole getting mad. Because, you know, he like, nigga,
Who Diddy
this
is?
how you act. This is Diddy tripping on him.
Yeah.
Doc is just watching. He don't got nothing to do with
So they all in the same area right now.
Yeah, this is all that.
And is J. Cole talking to Kendrick with this? Like, is he mad at Kendrick?
Not mad, but he complaining. So when the shit first happened, and again, like I don't want to spoil the TD relationship, but that is deep. Like they fuck with each other. But they was trying to figure it out, and he didn't like it. And Puff didn't like his attitude about the shit. Cole's attitude about the whole thing. Like, nigga, if you own, nigga, just diss the nigga. Like, that's the energy.
Right.
Like, get out of here. Fuck all that. You know, Cole ain't feeling that. You know, he looking at Diddy like, nigga, you know, this don't got nothing to do with you. But Puff don't like that. That's how they start fighting.
Who was fighting?
Puff started trying to choke Cole.
Oh, so that's how Cole
took off on there.
So it had nothing to do with Doc then.
You can bring it back.
Cole verse, him complaining.
But when they fighting, some stuff spilled on Doc.
It all comes full circle though.
I want the story about getting
that's just a lie that somebody else made up.
But that's what I'm saying. People got we gotta learn how to decipher information because we living in a world that they are paying attention to the fact that we're not paying attention. So that's what to me, like the bottom line
being spilled on you and it never happened. Like
because,
who started that story?
Yeah, but because it's people right now that's trying to, they want to be crappy to Doc. So they're trying to figure something out. Listen, because nobody telling the whole story. You know, everybody just because the thing is TDE and Doc and TDE and Cole and Dreamville, they fuck with each other, bro. Like there was a situation that just happened where I explained to everybody what happened with, and this, you know, again, like the homies gonna forgive me. The one thing about TDE, Punch, Top, anybody, they gonna forgive me because they know this me. I don't have the politically correct vision.
You're just trying to clarify, make things clear.
Yeah, and it's fucked up, but I don't give a fuck. Like I'm not trying to make friends. We either friends or we not. I gotta be somebody else to be friends with you. I don't want to fuck with you. I don't got enough time in this life.
And what you saying?
If I'm here, if I'm lucky, I'm here 100 years, bro. I do not got enough time to be compromising me. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? To do it. So their relationship with Cole is solid. Them dudes fuck with Cole, but I've always saw Cole kind of more like this complaining dude. Not met Cole. He don't me wrong. Dope brother, talented brother, cool brother. But I also am not for the fake shit. Like I'm not for the shit for the camera. That just ain't me, and I don't like that. Doc and them don't care. Top, Punt, the homies don't care. I care. I always been like this. That's just me. So when they started doing this shit and he was complaining about the verse, you feel me? I didn't like that. I'm like, nigga, if he feels some kind of way, cuz just make another record. Cuz get at you, nigga, like compete. And you know, that ain't Doc, that ain't Cole energy. I'm not mad at it because I'm not calling.
So you kind of agree with Diddy and when Diddy said, man, just go back at that nigga.
Yes.
Okay.
So I get why Diddy did what he did. You know what I mean? He was drunk too, so that's why he went too far. Nigga was drunk. He was loaded. You know what I mean? But
he's telling Cole, man up, nigga, quit complaining.
Yeah, quit complaining, nigga.
And I get Cole's stance. Cole ain't on that timing. But see, my problem is you can't act like you on that timing when you ain't on that timing. Like you can't talk tough. You can't put these, like when I was telling the story about.
Was he talking tough though?
Yes.
So Cole was talking.
They said Cole said some shit about you. The reason why
he wasn't a punk.
Yeah. So I'm trying to maintain my relationship with the homies, keeping their business private, and they don't want it publicly because they trying to maintain a relationship. But I just
get some clarification so people have the
right.
Well,
it's not about that. It's like, nigga, I'm not good at that. They are masters of that. They are masters of preserving relationships, being cool with it. I'm the worst. I'm just bad at that.
Oh my god!
Because I'm not going to do all of that. Like I don't got.
Never know when you're disrespecting anybody.
That
doesn't help.
It's not. I don't know. I know when I'm trying to.
Might have a point.
He feel like if you don't have the intent that he's coming off to be disrespectful, then it's not disrespectful.
Okay. So Ross was mad at me because I was talking to they was asking me a story about this is disrespectful. Tell me is this disrespectful. They said, Glasses, why do you have to be so honest on the Breakfast Club? I said, because all of the people that I'm looking to sell records with in the space, they can create imaginary worlds. Like, right? I'm like, take somebody like Ross. And I said he's in my top 5, one of my favorite creators in the music and history
Here
hip
it
hop.
come.
How is that a here it comes?
Because that's what you do. You start telling me even when you Drake, I got respect for Drake. I think Drake.
But I want to hear about what he got to say about the fake rock.
I'm prefixing it. I'm prefixing it with a fact.
So I respect him and everything, but he's a bitch.
That's what he do, Trap.
What?
Come on, I want to hear about the fake rock.
I respect him and everything, but he's a bitch though.
Yeah,
I've never. But that's my point. Y'all just.
Go ahead.
Come on.
What's the
fake Ross
favorite? I'm saying, but he's named after somebody I know.
So you can't be the original. You can't
finish
be
this. That ain't it.
I'm saying that's the first thing.
Okay.
The second thing is he can say he has $98 million in a Bank of America bank account. And it only makes sense if you understand how business works. I'm like, he says he knows Noriega. He would have been 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got more? Or that
that's
you didn't disrespect nobody. That's not disrespectful.
But he
would take it disrespect.
He feel like it was. He felt like I threw him under the bus, so I dissed him.
Yeah,
but
just like when I say fake Ross.
That you do.
Oh, so you did this somebody before.
You can see how easily somebody would take it.
I have no idea how. I don't know how.
Did he take it disrespectful?
No, he just felt how he felt and was like, man, gee, you just, like we ain't talk.
Okay.
Shout out to the real Rick Ross.
That got to be the next topic. I mean, the topic after you drop your song, you know what song it is.
Sure.
After you drop it, whatever day you drop it on, whenever we got a next stream, we talking about that.
Yeah,
we got to see if that's.
And I think I definitely can't wait to that conversation.
What's that?
Remember, it's not the song, Coach.
The band song.
It's not the song.
The band song.
Yeah, and the band song. You know
what I'm talking about. Band.
Yeah. What's on?
You said,
yeah. No, I know what's on.
I'm not dissing him. Like, this nigga, one of my favorite people in the business. But goddamn, man, if I gotta alter everything to talk, I'm not dissing you. But then I'm starting to realize, and that's what I'm saying. You're right. Drake will feel like I'm dissing him if his goal is to mislead people.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. So
if you keep it in 1,000,
lying, you gonna keep speaking the truth.
I'm not. I don't just go get a platform or like, man, Ross is fake. It just happened to fit in that particular conversation of what I was saying to compare it to. I'm not around this motherfucker beating the drum, Ross using somebody else's name. Nigga, I listen to too much Rick Ross to even have that conversation. Like Kanye, I don't need to talk shit about niggas I'm listening. But goddamn it, when I do got something to say, I done also spent enough money with you to not hold my fucking breath.
Glasses think if he tell the truth about you, it's fine.
Exactly.
It's not just
it's fine. I don't care what the truth is.
Not just the truth. Like,
but it should be more disrespectful not to be your real self than somebody to tell you.
That's what I was about to say that though. As far as
be your real self.
What is happening?
As far as though, but see, that's what
right,
within this hip hop shit nowadays.
Like this is crazy.
It don't really carry authenticity the same way though. That's where Glasses gone wrong at. Glasses gone wrong because he think that everybody's as authentic as he is. You know
and that's why we try to tell him. He's the last of a dying breed.
I said he,
like, it's not about do I think everybody's authentic, but which world do I have to keep living my life not being authentic for you?
Well,
like, why do I have to alter my life to make you comfortable?
Do you ever say something and you be like, I probably shouldn't have said that shit?
No.
Very rarely.
I feel like we have to live in a world where we're okay with making other people uncomfortable to be comfortable ourselves instead of us always being uncomfortable to make somebody else comfortable. I'm done with that. If you're uncomfortable, I'm loud, I'm this is how I am. You don't like stay away from me going.
I'm not code switching. I'm not doing that shit. I don't got, like, if I'm lucky, I got 56 more years left on this motherfucker. I have
more years. That'd be 100.
Make 100.
55 rather.
55 more years. That's what you think you got.
Yeah, and that's short. That means I'm almost halfway through it.
Nah, I'm out of here about another 40. About another 40, 30. I'm out of here.
That means I'm halfway through it, damn near. So I don't got time to be fucking around trying to make everybody else feel uncomfortable because ain't nobody fucking care. They got to do their own thing. I got to do my thing.
Somebody
see, look, I love what Tree said. He says, I gotta be in. Sorry, somebody just texted me. Go ahead.
So now my thing is this though, right? Now, do you think it comes to a point where you gotta like when you see certain things, you know this shit is what it is though. Do you feel like it comes to a point when you be like, you don't gotta address it, you just gotta let motherfuckers just you know what, you want to be in lane, let you be in lane.
It has to fit into what I'm doing at that time.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going out, like I didn't, like it happened to be Charlemagne was challenging my authenticity to make authentic art. He was like, man, Glasses, why the fuck do you feel it gotta be this? Because he was saying like Tupac must die. He was like, why do you gotta tell the real story? I'm like, because that's the only thing I have is authenticity. All I have is the facts. Everybody else in the business can create any world. I'm so bounded to this shit, this street urban culture shit. I can't even create fantasies. I can't market to y'all I made $50 million. If I do, there's people that need help. And I'm bounded to them. It's not like I have to do nothing. The man in me, I'm not gonna go to them and be like, man, I was just a lie. You know what I mean? I really don't got it. I'm trying to get it. That's why I'm lying. That ain't how I live. Feel me?
And you know what? And that's great. I think that's awesome. And I agree with how you live. I'm the same way. I'm gonna say whatever I want to say.
Here it goes, Bud.
That's Glasses. That's Glasses.
Here it goes.
I love his music.
Here it goes, Coach.
No disrespect.
No disrespect. He's a ho-ho.
No do the same thing right now.
I know you better not.
But you know what? My daddy taught me something. Disrespect also is how you take things too. A lot of us, we put other things on other people by saying, oh, you're being disrespectful. No, just because you took it as a disrespect, that doesn't mean that his intent was to be disrespectful. People got to work on their own ears too.
No, yes, yeah, I agree.
Because when they hear
my
the
thing
truth,
is like even what Coach feels like with Drake. Like I
Drake,
don't,
not just Drake.
I'm saying I don't disrespect Drake. I don't disrespect no fucking body. I don't. If I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Okay, see, and that's my thing.
Lightning is about to come down and strike us all. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That's my thing about.
I was talking about the both of y'all. No. You too, Mr. Gas Man,
tell
and
me
you.
the most disrespectful thing I ever said about somebody you ever heard me say. You done known me at this point for about 4 or 5 years.
Okay, so getting the.
Tell the truth.
First of all,
it don't
he
matter
coming now. Like every time he talks,
tell
he be
me
like,
the
"Oh,
most disrespectful thing I've
Go
ever.
ahead.
Okay,
No
so,
shade.
To me, the most disrespectful thing that you said about a person, and it's not what you said, it's what you reposted.
Oh, it's a repost.
So
Ooh, with the repost.
when you reposted the rap on Drake's face,
I'm not gonna say that.
That was super disrespectful there. And but you have said even now the whole Ice Cube story, a little disrespectful, man.
What's the most? What was I said?
I mean, but that's not the. It's not the.
Tell me what I said about that conversation.
The rap meme is the most disrespectful.
You got some better?
I know.
No, that's
Okay, you got some more.
Tell me the thing. Tell me the thing. That was shout out to Black October. He said Drake is Madonna.
You can't
He said that was
repost nothing,
disrespectful.
Glasses.
That wasn't disrespect. That wasn't disrespectful.
I can see how that could be looked at disrespectful.
No shade.
I mean,
He wasn't
Drake-
saying he was a woman. He was just saying
personally, I don't think it's disrespectful.
I do.
Call it any
Referring
man.
me to a woman.
But you being referred to as
he referred to him. He referred to him as the music that he delivered.
Pop is disrespectful.
It wasn't him as being a woman, though.
They pop.
My question to you is, if I'm referencing somebody that approaches making records,
Yeah.
the same way that you do, because this is the only person that does it.
Very much so.
This is the only person I can clearly say that I'm sure they have the same approach, taking early content and then making like a pop version of it.
Mm-hmm.
How is it disrespectful? Is it disrespectful because of how you feel about women, or is it disrespectful
Yeah.
that what you think first? I didn't disrespect him. Madonna is one of the most accomplished people in the history of the music business. Now, how somebody else feel about it has nothing to do with me, because I'm saying it, and if you hear the context, even before and after, I'm saying he makes pop music. He has the same approach with Madonna. The meme says Drake is Madonna. That's not exactly.
That's not what you said.
Okay, so Glass.
So the only way you could take that. Hold on, let me.
I don't think King brought up a good. Because that I don't think that was the kind of thing was a bad thing. But explain the rat thing now.
The rap thing is simple. People are saying because he's been a part of the same system that he's mad that's working for Kendrick, and now he wants to inform the authorities to charge Kendrick with a crime. That's what people call ratting.
Okay, so number one, this is what articulate niggas do. They shake, because you can look, man, you're very articulate.
I don't think it had nothing to do with this.
No, it does. It
I'm
does.
saying, is this not a fact? What I'm saying? Did I just lie?
Go out.
Did I just lie though?
Seem like facts.
But
See that?
see, that's
Not a glasses fact.
people think.
Not a glasses
No.
fact. Is it a fact? Is it a
It
fact?
is,
If
but
you
see,
are
that's the
part
problem.
time,
You think if you seek facts, it's not disrespectful. Just because it's factual doesn't mean it's not disrespectful.
See, that's why we're trying to explain to you that.
How is it a lack of admiration if I'm telling you the truth? If I acknowledge what
That's
you
not
did,
the only thing in disrespectful. That's not the only part of disrespect. That is no, it's not.
See, I agree with Glasses a lot of the
Go
times
look it
because
up and read the whole
the reason why I agree with Glasses a lot of the time is because he makes an argument with supporting facts where it's like I agree with that. Now maybe I'm just a little screwed up too. And I am a Sag. I tell y'all all the time. The reason why I look up to Glasses is because we share the same ideology on things. So I agree with everything that he says, of
lack
course.
of respect or courtesy.
There we go. Mm-hmm. So you think that was courteous, putting a rat on a man's face?
It's not a lack of respect, and I didn't put it. I didn't put it right on his face.
You just retweeted it.
It was already there. It was already there. It was already there.
Retweeted it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what Barbie doing. I don't know what's going on here. Like Barbie's just like it was already there. Like,
it was already there.
Listen,
because I get approached about stuff.
Do I think that Drake could be upset at some things? I said yes, but it's also because I'm saying something that he feels like he actively up.
The truth does hurt. I agree with that 100%.
But some of the things like when he said all women, it ain't all women. They ain't got accountability.
So listen. So one thing is I have respect for you. Respect is a feeling of admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities, qualities, or achievements. I have a huge respect for Drake. Why is that crazy?
I'm not saying you don't have a huge respect
you
for
said,
Drake.
oh my God, like I can't respect Drake.
But if he feel you can't respect him and put the rat over his face.
I didn't put the rat over his face.
Exactly.
What?
Hey, somebody put a rat on Glasses' face.
What do you respect about Drake aside from his music?
That's the point. It's like
I'm not retweeting it.
But if Glasses,
his ability,
the same thing.
What I respect about Drake,
somebody put a rat on my face.
Create
Better not retweet that.
That's what you respect about him, right? Yeah.
But that's different because our friends.
Wait, why would you have a problem if you retweet?
So
because I'm gonna think it's disrespectful. I'm gonna
what
be
if
like,
you
why
actually
would you?
told the police?
Then I'm gonna still think it's disrespectful.
Why?
Because
nah, you gotta wear that. You gotta wear that. You gotta wear that, dude.
You
gotta wear that. You gotta wear that, bro. If you ask me,
you gonna be, first of all, if I told the police or somebody, you need to hear the whole story.
I don't need to hear the whole story.
I need to know. It's the whole story behind it.
Nah, if you have with anything to get somebody arrested, you gotta wear that rat on your shoulder.
They call the police on somebody.
Ben is your friend. Ben is your friend if you do that.
Like somebody told me I caught the police on somebody. They were like, Barbara, you caught the police on somebody. I was like, okay.
I'm a regular person.
I am a civilian. You can't call me no rat.
So that's my point. So again,
Drake is a civilian. You can't call him no rat.
That's actually.
But in his world of rap,
no, but you know he is.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. Because the same thing he's complaining about to Universal, he benefited from it, been in the business.
He's a civilian. You know he is.
How are you a civilian? You're doing the same crime. How are you doing a civilian if you say you're doing the same crime that you're accusing somebody else of?
Ain't doing no crimes.
And in reality,
then why are you at the court?
Because he's tattletelling.
You did it too.
Oh,
tattletelling is if you tell somebody you ain't gonna do with this.
He's a civilian. We know that. So Drake is not a civilian to you?
He don't act like he's.
This is not. We're not.
No, that ain't what I'm asking you. Is Drake a civilian?
But see, telling in the gang world and you're not from the gang world is different when you're in the rap world doing these same things and you tell us.
Drake is the most civilian dude we know.
I'm telling you, the problem is what he's complaining about. He's benefited from, and he's been in the business of it. So he's a part of that.
Okay, but we don't. Okay, because we don't look at
now. Would I go out my narrative and call him a snitch? No, but can I understand how somebody can make a joke about him?
Now, so you wouldn't call him a snitch?
No, I never have.
Hit the like
button. What do you think retweeting hit the rat on his face is?
It's because they're making fun of something he's doing that's in the same vein of ratting. That's why it's funny. It's satire.
So you found it funny and thought other people find it funny.
They did find it funny.
So you wanted to have them laugh.
It's just satire.
No, it's not. It's not. It's you. Is you jumping on the snitch wagon with everybody calling Drake a snitch?
I've never called him a snitch.
You just reposted his rat on his face.
That was funny.
It was. I agree with you.
It's satire.
And then that's where we. This is where we have the disconnect because I have no problem with you speaking the truth. I have no problem with you saying whatever you want to say because I'm the same way. But I'm also going to tell somebody that was disrespectful. I did say that, and it was disrespectful.
I disagree.
I just be like, all right, it was the truth though, but it was disrespectful, bro.
Friends.
Like I'm just gonna be real with it. Like, yeah, I said you suck.
I don't know if it's real.
Right.
I just don't agree. I think if he does something that elicits the same,
Drake gonna bomb on you. You gonna be confused.
I just realized
I'm not gonna be confused.
I just realized as a sad
put the rat on your face.
I'm not gonna be confused because I can understand why he could be upset because I'm joking and ridiculing him.
Are you crazy?
And two, we have to
This
realize
crazy.
This is what I realized. That's what I realized about us
I'm
sometimes
joking.
is that we have to work. We have to make a choice. Either we're gonna filter what we're saying to appease other people, or just be ourselves and let people take it however they want to.
And I've been made up my mind.
And then, that's why a lot of my friends,
And
I
that's
lost
cool.
a lot of them.
I'm not buying into other people's
That's
fantasies no more.
I think everybody should be who they want to be and say what they want to say. I
As
think
long
you
as they're
should.
willing to be accountable.
But exactly, just be accountable.
Exactly.
Don't say it's not
Coach in
disrespectful when it's
glasses,
not.
work on being accountable. And Trap, you too.
Man, me and glasses is the most accountable. But
I've learned how to think before I speak.
Me
At
too.
times.
Thank you, Trap.
That's why I won't just call that man out his name. But
Yeah,
if somebody
I-
makes a funny thing that's satire based off of his behavior that fits, I can laugh at that too, and I can share it and enjoy it and laugh too.
So
What you gonna do?
if somebody was to put a post up of Kendrick that you found funny, would you repost it?
that's a great question.
I have reposted.
That
I
is a
make fun of
great
God all the
question.
goddamn time.
Mhm.
I make fun of him to his face publicly, all kind of shit.
Let me ask
What
you a
the fuck is
question.
he?
So you didn't think none of that battle Drake made some funny said some funny shit?
No.
What the
When he
hell?
said
Real
when
funny
a
shit.
size 7
Who
when a
was that?
size
He
7
made
man
Johnny
on.
Why you didn't repost it then?
I did. What do you mean reposted? It didn't even come out.
Why you didn't play the song on your
I
Instagram?
jammed the song a lot of times.
You put it on your Instagram?
I didn't put most of none of
You
the
said
songs on
everybody
Instagram.
go drop and give me 50.
Pimp
Let me
Sweet
tell you
Pipe
something. Now, this
Man.
is the truth. I hit him. I'm like, man, that motherfucker hard, nigga. What you gonna do? I tweeted
then-
that, and that motherfucker
and then
hard.
you
What the hell you
proceeded-
gonna do?
And then
I
you proceeded
told
to let
Trap.
everybody know that it was an AI.
Inspiration what you just did. You trying to
No,
inspire
no,
him.
no.
You trying to inspire him.
No, he's secretly like, what are you gonna do?
What
with that?
is you gonna do? Is
That
serious.
fucking show,
No,
bro.
that
No,
nigga
that
wasn't
wasn't
hard.
hard. You didn't do
No,
that.
that mean that
You didn't try to
motherfucker.
inspire you
Hey,
are.
that motherfucker right there, dog.
Nigga, what you gonna do?
I don't know what you Negroes gonna do, but that was a good hip hop song.
You didn't repost the rat face and say, hey, that's just funny, Drake. What you gonna do about this?
He already lost.
You did. He could have done something
It
about
only happened because he in the court.
A year later.
Listen, the battle would have been said and done if it had just let it go. We'd have been jamming. Everybody been jamming Drake. It would have been nothing. Oh, you lost. Yeah, tickle, take the tickle joke. He making it worse.
Tickle joke is what he's saying.
Tickle me, joke.
This what Drake do. You think when Drake see the meme with a rat on his face, he was at the house. Oh, that was a good one, guys. Y'all got me.
That was a funny.
Y'all got me. Y'all got me.
I'm
man.
sure. No, I'm sure he didn't like it, but somebody not liking something is not disrespecting.
Drake was at home when he seen that. He was like, what they calling me?
I mean,
a rat?
what he thought was gonna happen when he was going to court.
Oh man, they calling me a rat and shit. Like, come on now.
Oh, that's a good point, Sharice. What about when Drake sent rat emojis to Elliot Wilson?
You don't even know who Elliot Wilson is.
Why y'all what y'all about right now?
I know. It just felt good.
Why did you do that for?
What
was he insinuating?
I was saying, like, what did that
want to
mean?
get it.
That means that.
Okay, so do you think that was disrespectful when he sent them to
No, I just laughed.
It was disrespectful.
I just laughed at L. I was like,
He
that's
sent
funny.
it and he sent it to disrespect him. You know that, right?
Okay,
That's not my
glasses.
No, he
If
thought he
Drake-
was leaking information and he was wrong.
And he
if
sent that
somebody
emoji to
if
disrespect.
somebody put a rat over your face and Coach retweets it or reposts
He gonna be
it,
mad at me.
would you feel like that
Hold
was
up, what did I
disrespectful?
tell?
I'm just saying because he thought it was funny. He
No,
didn't
what
really
did
tell
I
anything.
tell?
I know it's about if you did it or not.
Satire needs some level of shit. Like
What if it was just
I
funny?
wouldn't post it. Okay, prime
What if he
example.
just
I
thought it
wouldn't-
was funny?
if they just posted a
Or a clown face.
If
They put a
somebody
clown
posts a
face over
picture
you
of-
and
what'd he do?
he reposted it.
Did he do some clown shit?
I don't know, but they just said you did. They just said you left the plantation and you was doing some fuckery.
Next training session. Oh, I got you, coach.
Gotcha,
My
coach.
bad, coach. What you do? Why? What you doing to me, man? Like, so yeah, he gonna be mad if I. But I wouldn't do that.
But
I'm
I wouldn't
asking,
respect the
homie.
it's not
Like, that's
about
what I'm
what
doing.
if you
I'm
didn't.
not on that.
If you didn't do anything, you just see him posted because he thought it was
not
funny.
cool. But
Hey,
if he
that's the
said that about
fantasy
Drake-
world again.
But if he said that, if that happened with me and Drake, then I would understand what he's saying. I'd be like, oh, I get it. But you can't actually go to court on somebody for a diss record that you in a battle of, where y'all dissing each other and you complain about. That's just look crazy. The satire is different. Now, if they just said that about Drake without that, I didn't post nothing negative about Drake ever before, or anything that he didn't even like before.
Hey, let me.
I'm only when he go look during the time.
Hey, he look real
I
sincere,
challenge
but
everybody
don't
at
coach.
lunch table. Coach, go look at my Twitter during the time Drake was
That's the
battling
little
me.
kid look when he was trying to be serious.
I dare anybody to go look during the time. Go look at the year. Go look when Back to Back and all those songs and Charged Up came out. Meek Mill, The Undertaker shit. Go look at my Twitter at the time. Look what I'm saying about Drake.
All right.
I didn't put no rat on his face.
Can I clear this up one more time, guys?
Sure.
I'm not a Drake stan. I do
Let me
not
get,
like.
get this boy the broom.
I
Get this
like
boy
Drake-
the broom.
I
He
like
clean
Drake
this shit up
music.
now.
But because I'm light skinned, I'm not defending Drake.
Definitely
I'm just.
you are.
Definitely.
The Beige Brigade.
I think Drake is.
Beige ring.
I'm not defending Drake, but I just think that Glasses need to be true with himself.
Light bright.
I disrespected him.
My daddy
If I
used to say,
did, I would say it.
I was Team Kendrick. I'm from the West. I'm Team Kendrick. I went for the dark skinned guy.
oh, now
I don't
that's a
care.
This one time.
first. Get this
Making
man the
it
broom.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah, you took it to
Todd here says he supports K Dot.
I
Okay,
want the dark side team.
Todd is supporting K
My
Dot.
next door neighbor's dark skin.
Okay,
Your
get this
light
guy
skin
the broom.
friends
He's
gonna be
cleaning
mad
shit up
at you.
today.
Man, the man said the song made it to where his kid couldn't go to school no more.
What you gotta say about that, Coach?
He said the song was so good, it got his house shot up.
Dude, all I'm saying is
Listen, Coach, this isn't
Uh-oh,
the first
they come with the
paragraph of the
Rico.
lawsuit. He said after this song came out, the house, they start telling the story of his house getting
Use the
shot
voice,
up
Glasses. Use the
because of
voice.
his song.
Use the voice.
I
I'll be
agree with
appropriate.
everything
Use the voice.
that happened. I was cool with all the memes. I'm cool with all that stuff.
They
about
didn't
Drake.
shot
So
my
how is
house.
it disrespect if he's doing it?
Okay, all I'm saying is it is
They
still
didn't shot
disrespectful.
my
Look,
house.
like, when I
Calling a
call
rat
Drake
is
a
a-
rat, when I call Drake a snitch, a rat, and all that kind of stuff, I know I'm disrespecting him.
No, you're trying to be disrespectful.
I know I'm disrespecting him.
That's
I'm not
not
even
what
trying.
I'm-
I'm just telling the facts.
So
But
if you,
I know
so
it's
you call,
disrespectful.
so let me get this right. So what if you saw a rat in your house
What the
and it
fuck
just
is that,
ran out? You
man?
like, I just saw a rat. Is that disrespecting the rat?
I had a dream about that last night. I got
See,
so
this
scared.
is even more disrespectful what you're doing now. Because now you're just saying Drake is just what he is. Like he is
No,
just a
no.
rat. He's
Bro.
a rat in the house.
If you
Bro,
see a
I'm
rat,
just
it can walk
asking-
like a duck,
I'm
you
just
quack like a
asking
duck.
how
It's a
far.
nut.
I'm asking how far are you gonna go? Like, when does it become this is just what it is? Like, if you called me fat, I wouldn't think you disrespected me. So you fat.
But it's a lot of fat people who would think who would be disrespected by that.
That's not, again, them feeling insulted is not meaning somebody's disrespecting.
I call people fat all the time, and they feel disrespected about it.
People
but
gotta
that's not
understand,
disrespectful.
we're
Them feeling
responsible.
insulted is different.
I'm a chronic body shamer.
You know,
and I think that you should be body shamed.
No, I feel
Whatever
like
helps you, whatever helps you. Get
I
yourself.
feel like we have to be accountable on how we accept things when people say things to us. We have the power if it's disrespectful
Yes.
or whatnot. We have to realize that just because we take it a certain type of way, that is not what somebody's intentions is.
I got a question. So when you retweeted that,
Prince in the
couldn't that
building.
be like shame, like shaming him for what he did?
Yes.
But yet you say you're okay with body.
That's
shaming,
not
but no other
disrespectful.
type of
Okay,
shame.
but what? Okay.
Hold on,
Oh, is that not disrespectful?
Can y'all stop talking to me like I give a fuck about Drake? This ain't a Drake conversation.
I'm
This
gonna get you a
Glasses-
Drake
this is a
shirt.
Glasses
I'm about to get him a Drake shirt.
I don't. I'm not a Drake guy. Like, what is happening right
You
now?
look just like the guy.
I don't even like y'all keep coming at me like
Doppelganger.
you did. I don't care. I don't care. I don't.
I'm gonna get you a Drake shirt.
I'm just saying, Glasses just need to wear the fact that he disrespected
You
Drake.
see
It's
this
fine.
Drake outfit
I like
already.
to introduce the
Hold on.
president of the Drake fan club right
You see
here.
this
My
Drake
man
outfit
goes.
That'd
already.
be weird because I'm not a Drake fan. Like,
Man, I'm just saying the man put in his lawsuit. The reason he got shot up, his house got shot up, is because of not like us.
I think Drake is dead wrong. I think it's weird what he's doing.
That would actually be snitching.
I think Drake is a white. I think Drake is a white
What
man.
if the criminal people filed charges over it, right? They was like, you know what, that is true. And then they charged Kendrick. Would he be a snitch then?
He's a snitch to me now.
So then why is it wrong to call him a snitch?
Or put the rat
Just
over.
because he's a snitch doesn't mean that it's not disrespectful to call him a snitch.
You gotta protect.
That is
No.
exactly what
So
it
it's
is.
disrespectful to call people what they are.
Hey, Coach wants you to
'cause
protect
if you
them.
fat and I walk up to you and be like, "Hey, you a fat motherfucker."
You say you
like,
do
yes, it's
You do it,
disrespectful
though.
now.
that. You say you
But
do that.
And I'm a disrespectful ass nigga. Like I've
Oh,
been
yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to be lonely.
I don't want to be lonely.
He don't want to be able to by himself. He want to be able to by himself. That's what it is.
Okay, I get it. All right.
I'm going down. You all going down. We all going down.
Hey, Black, watch the disrespect. Watch the disrespect, okay?
Hey, you say lonely. Oh,
So
my bad.
rule number 4 at the No Sitters podcast is you cannot call anybody what they are.
You definitely can. You definitely can call whatever.
But just know if you do, you disrespect.
But it is
If you call what they, it did revenge.
So wait a minute.
Sometimes
Somebody
it's
be like,
disrespectful.
listen, man.
No, that's not disrespectful. But there is some man who it is disrespectful to. I went to Chick-fil-A not too long ago, and it was something up in there serving my order. And I called him bro. I said, "Oh, thank you, bro." Got dead mad at me. I'm not sure, bro. He had a mustache and a beard, and he's not my bro.
Was it a woman?
It was not. He had some long hair like a lady, but he also had some.
You gotta respect.
Okay, bro. And he got mad. I disrespected
Well,
him.
you usually call women, bro, and they don't get mad.
Well,
Women call each other, bro. They be like,
this-
look, bro.
I really
This
am the
dude-
bro. Like
this
I get that all the time.
fella, he got mad at it, and I disrespect him. And in my mind, I said I can see how he think.
Did you apologize?
Hell to the no, because I told you I'm cool with
You were
disrespect.
disrespectful.
So you a
I'm cool with
disrespectful
disrespecting at that
nigga.
point. I said, all right, thanks, bro. And I rolled my window up and I got on up out of there. I had my food. He couldn't spit in it.
Yeah, you need to not go to Chick-fil-A no more. They gonna watch this.
Yeah, they're gonna watch this
next
time.
Y'all
Jermaine.
I'm
nigga.
surprised you went to Chick-fil-A, to tell you the truth.
Exactly. He got man in his name.
What'd you say, Trap?
I said, I'm surprised you worked at Chick-fil-A the way they be on it.
Exactly.
Like that.
I agree with you, Trap. That was also weird to me. I wanted to
Yeah.
write Chick-fil-A about that.
How many likes do we get?
She said,
Oh, I've been working really hard and diligently this show.
How many
82.
likes?
82, almost.
Oh, that's we almost did 100. That's good.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Trap. Let them know what it is, Trap.
No, but look, I'm just saying, I don't really agree with you, Coach. I really don't. It ain't on purpose. It's not that. It's not like I'm running from it. Like I just don't believe in that. I don't believe if I say Rick Ross took someone else's name and I start separating because they asked me what separates our brands, I'm disrespecting him. I just don't see it that way. It's not true. Like he is named after somebody I know. He is been able to exaggerate exactly his earnings or his savings. He is able to do these things. And I'm forced with just the truth. So I have to tell it unapologetically. That's it.
That's right. And do it for the
You
coach,
think
baby.
throughout-
Understand it.
Throughout saying all that, you basically was saying he's a liar.
But you should be okay with that, Coach. Because
I-
you say you
I-
a disrespectful person.
I am for sure okay with it.
Oh, wait a
Hold
minute.
on.
King, you're agreeing too much.
Hold
You
on.
know?
Hold on one
Yeah,
second.
I can.
Hold on one
I
second.
can't agree.
What'd you say, Trap?
So you
I
saying
was just saying by you saying all that you were saying upon him using the name and the Noriega stuff, you basically in but so many words just call him a liar, though, right?
He is.
It's not a liar. Like a liar, right? Is different. Like, it's the way he tells story. It doesn't have to be rooted in fact.
Okay.
He's captivating based off of
An illusion.
ideas.
An illusion. He knows how to create an illusion.
That's about to come articulate his
I'm
way
not-
out of it.
I know. Yeah.
I'm not articulating.
Not a
I'm just-
liar.
Hey, I'm about to follow it too, Coach.
because
It's sounding
I don't-
good
because I-
right
because
now.
I'm being
He
honest. I
creates
don't-
fantasies of disillusion.
No, I don't. I wouldn't listen to somebody that's just a liar.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be a fan of somebody that's just a liar.
So do Rick Ross say, I'm telling a story that's not true?
No, but that's the point. You're supposed to know that. If you know that, and if you believe it, that's supposed to be okay too.
I
get
guess
what
that.
I'm
I
saying?
don't know.
No,
We're
I
gonna have to
don't.
revisit
Yeah.
that on Monday.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to
No,
do
I
us. We're gonna have to
don't.
decipher that on Monday.
Because I don't.
Yeah.
I think there's a difference between a fictional book and a non-fiction book, right there. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But you
And
still.
rap.
I
One
love
says
that, Trap.
non-fiction, the other one says fiction.
But they
Yeah.
also have some that you know are that you know are fiction,
of the library.
but you still reading it. But
Then you have fantasy books. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
just
that's
fantasy
another
shit.
section of the library.
like we all
Yeah.
loved Harry Potter, but we know
none
that
of the
wasn't
books,
real.
like Harry Potter's
Exactly.
not a lie.
You know? Yeah, but it's
That's
in the
fantasy.
section that you says this is all lies.
But now that we all know what section he in, we just go to the nonfiction.
there it is. So
Exactly.
you telling people what
There you
section they
go.
belong in, glasses?
No, I'm telling people what section I'm in.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's
You
all you
ain't
can
in
do.
my section.
Niggas not in my section.
That right.
Mhm.
Big stash, not the little one.
That's all.
Coach, are you still with us?
I'm still with you.
Okay.
Texas
I don't
Drake.
think it's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Like I couldn't imagine a world where I didn't have Rick Ross music. I really enjoy Rick Ross music.
So this is why I was waiting because I was just synonym for lie. Fiction.
We're doing good, y'all. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button.
Has an intent. I'm saying I wouldn't call him a liar. I'm not saying you couldn't call him a liar. I'm saying I wouldn't call him a liar. I think he's a
because you understand the art of what he's doing.
He's a fictional writer that's rooted in some level of reality. He's capturing the essence of.
He said you will be coach after May 20th.
It's like a street novel. It's like one of them street fictional novels.
You will be coach after. What does that mean?
Shout out to Diamondback Photography. Thank you for the $2. Dot's boxing looks way better than Drake's.
He said, what does that mean? He said you will be after May 20th.
Huh?
Dub said, Don Dub said you will be coach after May 20th.
Yeah, probably so.
Shout out to what you say? You got your boxing?
Thank you for $10.
You got celebrity boxing match?
Lunch table. Like. Yeah, that part right there.
Hit the like button.
Westside Mook, what's the deal? West LA, what's happening? Yeah, nah, I don't know.
This comment section, wow, y'all tripping. I don't got man.
I think we might.
But yeah, I've been
out the comments, B.
I like or dislike. You know, that's the point of social media. I critique it, but I try to keep it within reason and not insulting or not disrespecting people.
You can't help it if they're insulted.
I mean, I'm not going to alter my thing to make it overly like, oh, if you taking it personal. I don't got time for that.
Because people ask me to hear their music sometime, and then they be like, I want you to tell me what you really think, and I tell them what I really think. I realize I can't alter my opinion based off their feelings. If you ask me what I really think, I'm gonna just tell you what I really think. Sometimes people take it insulting, you know,
yes,
but it just is what it is. If you ask me what I think, I'm gonna tell you what I think.
This man Glasses be giving out the most thoughtful disrespect of all time.
That's crazy.
He be so articulate and thoughtful sounding. And it be
that's the side. That's how we are. We break it down. It's nothing personal.
Can we start a raffle so we can get a monitor?
No, I'll just go buy a monitor. We just need to find the right size.
Trying to get the raffle in there.
I know, thanks.
Yeah, I just need to find the right size.
Yeah, I had a 10 a.m. that it didn't make it in this morning, but I'm gonna get it in by Monday.
So what I want to do is, with all these pictures, I'll show you the pictures. So I want to make the TV monitor fit the same size as the pictures, because I got one of Tupac that I'm gonna put it in that mirror when we're not doing the show, and then that way when the show come on, you feel me? I could
don't we need a bigger monitor than the picture? Because my ass is blind from back here.
You'll be all right.
You could get one to go like right underneath the camera.
That way we can read the comments without having to look at our phone.
Because I don't want to mess up the theme of the room. Like I got Dre right here.
I thought you was gonna keep that whole side there.
Nah, I think you should just get like a monitor going underneath the camera right there, so they can see it.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the monitor right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
That way, so when I look and you talk to, I'm gonna move Dre over there
to this corner.
Yeah, and then I'll put Pac right here. So
no, you mean the TV?
So, but it's Pac. So the TV when we watching it.
Yeah.
Then when nobody watching it,
put the picture over it.
Oh, on the TV, on the screen.
On the TV. Yeah.
And that monitor will be able to see the comments and stuff like that.
It had to be Pac. Q.
So we just have to get a TV and turn it so the screen.
And there's some on the other wall though too. Anyone over there on the other wall? By them? Anyone over there on the other wall too?
You said who?
I said, isn't there some kings like over there? What's name?
Hang the TV.
Hold on, y'all talking over trap. What'd you say?
No, I was saying I know they got the kings on that wall, but isn't there another one over there like next to where Coach is at?
Yeah,
that's Ice-T and Dot.
But what about what about getting an anchor? You know, you can anchor the TV in the corner without even touching the wall.
Oh, okay.
You could do that too.
Because I didn't really see nowhere else for a TV to go.
What I'm saying is like in the corner they have like anchors where you
can counter angle ones. Some of the counter angle ones that like come off and tilt a little bit.
Not like you hanging on the wall. You could put it in the corner.
But then I don't want to mess up the thing with a room.
Okay.
So I would either have to have it like right here, popping up behind this camera.
Oh yeah, we could put one right there.
Or
that's what I was saying, right behind the camera.
Right here behind the camera.
Behind the camera.
Yes. So you guys not hearing the key thing when he says I want.
Niggas just determined to do it every other way. This is kind of the hardest part.
Yeah, because we know you.
Yeah, you turn it vertical, you put it right here. You ain't got to. What the fuck you standing in his eyes for? I just want you to see half of him. I just want you to see he exists, and then I want to put speakers so you can hear the nigga. But really, that's more or less.
See who exists.
All you gonna see is Trap up there.
Oh, that's it. This Trap. Nobody else.
Yeah. Who else is gonna be up there?
In the comments.
Sorry, we'll figure it out.
You know, like the words when people write stuff, I want to be able to see what they're writing in.
That's the point.
It's gonna be too far though. You ain't gonna be able to see that shit though.
Your job is not to monitor the comments. Your job is to have a conversation. My job as this is to monitor the comments.
Well, I'd like to have
nosy.
I'd like to. Hey, I'd like to monitor the comments. I think they're interesting.
You could bring your phone up though. And
that's why I'll choose ones that you see to talk about versus you can. Okay, so this is the thing, right? You build a community where people got to have relevance, but we all can't be interacting to the comments. Like if we all talking and you reading the comments, somebody else reading the comments, then you don't have no order. You just kind of all over the place.
Yeah,
I think
I like to read the comments though.
But I like, for instance, like today, I try to focus. Like it's different.
Not gonna take that away from.
It's different if you're doing it like in the comments of focusing on the thumbs.
See, that's disrespect.
Like for me, I'm focused on like trying to have people hit the like button. So
why is that disrespect?
We got 88 likes.
Yeah, Lawrence said, "Coach sit across from you. That motherfucker right there."
Yeah. They don't even know you're in the same. They don't even know you're in the same room.
It's close. Hey, Trap. Actually,
what's up?
I want to hit this all off the subject.
Hit
but
the
Trap,
like button, y'all.
I don't owe him no more burritos after today. I'm about to go get that last burrito. We done. Next week he
I'm feeling a little burrito-ish.
Hey, what you bet
no,
me
that nigga ain't gonna share
lose some
burritos.
Bet me some.
So aside from the bet that y'all got,
I tried to get
one. What do you think of that series?
We'll go buy me one.
I said aside from the bet that y'all got, how do you think that series gonna turn out though? Do you think it's over, or you think Boston gonna win 4 straight?
Boston got to win Saturday for sure. If Boston wins Saturday, we back in it. Well, and when I say we talk about it. When we say we, I'm talking about my bet.
You and the burritos. You and the burritos. You saying you and the burritos?
Doubt it.
You and the burrito.
I got you.
Yeah, I just want that burrito.
You just want the win, so you finally get one.
But yeah,
you call your penis a burrito, bro. You a savage.
Nah, that's
the internet, bro. You don't know what a person might say.
Man, call his penis a burrito. He is a savage.
Hey, it's gonna be 37 kids talking about
when you strap up.
He got a burrito.
It's gonna be
30 hot sauce on my burrito, baby.
Like button, we going crazy in the comments.
Kids lost everything.
Yeah, how many more likes to get to 100? 12 more likes to get to the 100. Shout out to Popular, the man. Thank you for the $5 super stickers, my boy. I'm just saying, like, we finna get up out of here. We've been here too damn long. I don't think
it's a facts coach.
No, because I just like I said, back to the point. I just feel like it's odd that people could judge this man based off a couple interactions, and then you have this whole thing where you're willing to publish.
You bugging, John.
That's just a lot to me. I don't see it like that. That's all. That was my point. Like,
hold on, real quick. I just read the comment. Don, what the hell are you talking about? Rick Ross equals Slick Rick. Slick Rick went to jail for shooting somebody, literally. Man. What you talking about, bro? Like, stop it. And Rick Ross and Slick Rick comparable. I don't think
had to trip down the stairs.
I get it.
No, I don't get that.
Not like persons.
You better know.
I don't get that.
Rick Ross is dope, bro. I don't know what's going on with what. Look, I don't know.
He's a dope fabricator.
Excuse me.
I'm saying
he's a fabricator. Bottom line.
Hey, it's team.
He makes up dope stories.
It's fucking fantastic stories.
Because I look at you like
yeah.
But the difference is that there's a difference between telling factual stories and fictional stories.
Yeah, I feel like.
Okay, let me ask you a question. I'm glad you said that.
I don't think his stories are all fictional neither.
In your music, do you talk about you doing drugs, drinking, and smoking, and all that in your music?
Oh, he doesn't do that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but people would think you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't have that in my music.
I know, but they would think that you do that, but you don't even say that in your music.
They be thinking you lying though. They be like, man, that's lying.
That's the crazy part.
They be thinking you lying. Like this one girl told me, like, he be lying. He gotta be smoking a drink. Like, why would he be lying?
I be telling me that nigga don't do shit. That nigga don't do nothing.
They swear to God, I'm.
They do.
Drink and smoke.
Glasses case.
They have the word.
But you don't even say you do that in your music.
Smoke because he don't want to fuck up his thoughts. he got to think. Hold up,
He would hate for him to know what it is that he would hate for him to start thinking like how we think, and he's just afraid to be like.
First of all, who's we?
Anybody that well, me, I smoke and drink.
All right, cool. We like us, then Barbie, like us.
I don't smoke or drink either.
Us, thank you, Trap. You know what, Trap? Trap, I need you on the wall. We gotta get the screen up, Trap. I feel like
we there soon.
Don't put me on the drinking bus. I just smoke.
The West Indies, I don't know what
That's
these
it.
guys.
Look, again, and I also don't prefix.
9 more likes. 9 more likes.
9 more likes, please.
I'm working diligently.
I don't
We're gonna do
prefix.
one.
I don't prefix conversation. Like, so when I say Rick Ross is in my top 5, I'm not prefixing it to make him not feel bad. I'm prefixing it because Rick Ross is in my top 5. That means I have more. Like, I listen to all his music. I'm a big fan of his shit. I'm a fanatic of what he does creatively. But if it means that I have to alter my thoughts, that shit don't help.
What? But you also like Rocky. You
Rocky
also
is
like
one of my favorites.
exactly. I know that. So you also like Rocky. You like stories that ain't got to be real for you to like them.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Rocky
saying.
got
That's why he
Rocky
said
got a
he
statue
just
outside
get
of
big.
Philadelphia Arena. Rocky,
I don't know. I come across like I don't like Rick Ross. So for some reason, I do. I like Rick Ross music too. I think he
Rick Ross is
dope.
fucking amazing.
I think he dope.
But I just didn't like that when
I'm,
I said
you know, I'm
that
subjective. So
that was his energy or his attitude.
I'm subjective.
Oh yeah, shout out to Icelandic.
Yeah, shout out to Icelandic.
Coach look like somebody drinks sparkling water.
Yeah, I drink sparkling water. So I'm going to try one day. Oh.
Actually, Coach
Hold
don't
the
like
bike up.
sparkling water.
Yeah, that's what I said. Coach likes sparkling water.
Hold the box up. Let me get your van white. Let me get the van white.
All the way from Iceland too.
Ooh,
But,
Coach.
yeah, so No Ceilings Live lunch hour every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here, noon Pacific Standard Time. Click the thumbs up button. They said we need 9 more likes to be at how many?
100.
100. We've
We
been
at 92, but
we've
we
been
need
here
8.
3 hours. I know we got to be good for at least. How many people in there?
Well, we had got up to like 102 or something.
It's 1,100 total.
We're gonna have by Monday it'd be way over 100 likes.
How many likes is it now?
Especially since we put it on Instagram today.
How many likes is it now?
92, I thought.
I don't be knowing.
Somebody took some likes back.
Took the likes back, y'all.
Yeah, somebody took the likes
No,
back.
what it was that they went to hit the like button, not knowing that they did it already, and they took 2. So y'all, whoever did that, hit the back.
Hit it back.
Hit it back,
You
damn it.
can't hit it twice. He'll take it away.
Hit the like.
That was a nice move though, but it backfired.
When you meet the real Rick Ross, you man, what it say?
See, this is why y'all not supposed to read the comments. Shout out to Lucky Lawrence. When you meet the real Rick Ross, it makes you understand why the rapper ought to be Ricky Rose.
Can we get to 100 so I go smoke?
I don't think we're gonna stay here till we get to 100.
No Ceilings Live
Oh,
lunch
no.
hour every Monday,
Sitting,
Wednesday, and
man.
Friday, noon Pacific Standard Time, right here on Digital Soapbox. Please click the thumbs up button so we can get 100 likes. We do this stream to support the No Ceilings podcast. Just dropped a fire episode, Conversations That Drip, where we talk about painting my new Malibu, and just going through that experience, street urban car culture, building cars and painting, getting stuff right together. So really great conversation, Conversations That Drip. You can listen to that conversation on the No Ceilings podcast, right? That's platform available. That's a show available on Apple Podcasts, iHeart Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcast from. The No Ceilings podcast, executive produced by Charlemagne the God, the Black Effect Podcast Network, and iHeart. Head over to the Crip store, Charlemagne the God, EP the shit. Head over to the Crip store, grab a hat. You see what Barb is wearing, that cool cancel hat, all kind of dope stuff. Putting up some new stuff coming up next week with some new music. So limited edition stuff coming real soon.
Pre-orders
next
going
week.
up.
Yep. Shout out to Don Dub. Real fast before I get out of here. Before we get out of here. Did y'all know an upside down pineapple was for swingers?
What?
Yes,
I
I
think
never
I
knew
heard that before.
Nah, no clue. Upside
Okay,
down.
Barb.
The symbol.
Yeah.
You put it on like on
Why you say Barb no? I don't like
I don't
that.
know because the look of your face and the way your face is
Yeah, it's
looking.
funny because when you said it, I immediately thought like Barb probably knew.
No, because she was just
Like,
standing
Barb.
right there. I was like, damn, I think everybody know but me. And I was talking to Randy and I was talking to John yesterday and I was like, wait a minute, like this is a real thing. Like I'm starting to realize there's a world that I have no idea
Yeah.
exists.
Wait a minute.
Hey,
Wait a minute.
nobody been sending you upside down pineapples?
No,
You talking about through
I'm actually
text
offended.
message? Or
Nobody-
You talking about on somebody's doorstep? They got it.
they said on their doorstep or at the boat when you be on the yacht.
That's crazy.
It's a
And
symbol.
somebody-
It's really not a certain way. It's just if you go to a public setting or go to certain people's things, you can see symbols of that let you know that that is happening
They're
in a
swinging.
public.
They swing.
And when you go to a
Coach,
party, they know that that's
when you go
going
to a
on,
party,
and then
they got the pineapple
it's a
upside down.
separate
Knock it
place
off,
that
man.
people be doing that. I haven't been on that side
You
of
know?
it, but I do know.
This is what we're gonna talk about Monday because I didn't know that
I might be
Well,
the
upside down
ex.
pineapples.
what's happening. Like this whole swingers thing, it's way above
It's
my
way
pay grade.
crazy.
I'm too selfish to swing.
I just
Well, you only want to pump
see-
gas, so
I
we ain't
know.
worried about.
Being a half swinging.
You ain't, hey, you might need to go swing so you have another person pumping gas.
Shout out to Shazri. She said my kitchen decor is pineapple. The fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah,
fine
better
now.
make sure they standing right.
Make sure you ain't got no
Please,
I'm
there's
telling
nobody
you.
in your house,
Let me
man.
tell you right now, it's a lot of more freakier people out here than people really like to really imagine. It's certain things like I didn't know it was like certain bracelets that guys wear. It's certain bracelets.
So
that
what I'm
people
gonna do
wear.
is Monday, I want y'all to assemble a list of things that I did not aware of was going
Oh, I
on.
can put you up on game.
Craziness. I need to hear all
I'm gonna
this.
call out that thing right
So I'm gonna have like 30. I don't know all
I
the
need to
things
know
because
what
I watch
is
out for all the creep shit because I try to stay away from the creeps because you don't really know if a nigga a creep. So I want a nigga to be a creep about me, not all the things moving.
Well, we back Monday. Much love to y'all at the lunch table, man. Enjoy y'all weekend. Thank y'all for stopping.
Happy Mother's Day weekend.
We are. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. It's
Yeah,
fact.
see, if it was